Alright, Plasma Deck White Stake, the game has commenced. Alright, neither of these skips looking super appealing here. And we're just gonna see some Plasma Deck White Stake. Now, I'm interested if these players are familiar with their breakpoints. I think everybody knows flush one-shots, full house one-shots, straight won't flush, all the typical ones, but it gets a little bit strange. Also, look at this shop for Rarran. Having to decide between a trading card and an ice cream. I think I am snap picking this trading card in an instant. It does allow you to go inside this buffoon pack and pick up a speculative Pareidolia. We're probably going to see the same line from both of these players. Ice cream is interesting in the sense that it could potentially win you that first PvP, but there's no guarantees, especially on White Stake. So looks like we're probably just going to go Pareidolia trading card for both players. Bear definitely knows the breaks. True. Bear, as far as I'm aware, from everything I've heard said about him, has a phenomenal understanding of the game and their mechanics. I've seen a few of his interesting niche game mechanics videos, and yeah, he definitely knows a lot. Another interesting thing here is if the player's one shot, we can afford this paintbrush voucher. Depending on what's in the shop, we'll see if they decide to value it. What do we have to choose over? Oh my god, it is a holographic certificate. What do you value more? Guaranteeing the red seal and having purples for the rest of the game, even those levels, or that +1 hand size? This is going to be a difficult decision. I think I'm personally taking the certificate here. Red seal glass just is so powerful. The holographic really doesn't do anything except make it $3 more expensive, or is it $2 more expensive? I'm not sure. Point is, that is an expensive joker, and if we take it, there will be no more paintbrush. So yeah, Bear really pondering this decision. Rarran gets a blue seal. Interested to see what type of hand they might try to go for here. Probably just something you can one-shot with. That money early on here is proving to be very important. Going for the spade flush, and we're missing. I mean, Rarran might be forced to play their blue seal to guarantee the draw. But no, they're going to greed it out further. How much would you pay for a flush level? Rarran's only going to pay $1. That is a very good price. And Bear, I mean, just still completely stun-locked by this certificate. Finally decides to pick it up. I mean, I think that is definitely what I do here as well, but I'm certainly not happy about it. So many scenarios where that hand size is really going to matter. It is a little bit mitigated by the fact that we have early trading card. The early trading card means a much thinner deck. Maybe you're allowed to discard 4 at a time or 3 at a time more often because you have less cards in your deck, so it doesn't really matter too much. And in this buffoon pack, Rarran trying to figure out, what am I gonna take here? To be completely honest, I'm somewhat tempted to sell Pareidolia and rip the Hermit. But also, I definitely like just ripping the Hierophant here. Magician, also completely fine. Okay, after thinking about it for like 2 more seconds, I take it back. I would not sell Pareidolia and rip the Hermit. I think that Pareidolia has too many speculatively very good uses. We might see this first PvP decided by the levels for Rarran here. I didn't quite catch if Belenos Bear managed to get that flush level in the first boss blind that Rarran did, and they'll definitely be able to get another one here. Belenos Bear deciding to pass up on that standard pack here, and I understand the decision. It really there's a lot of less things that can really be good for you in there when you already have a certificate, because what you're really looking for in those what you're really looking for in those standard packs is gonna be those seals, the red seal, the gold seals, the purple seals, and we have certificate up top, so it's not really going to be too much of an issue. Rarran deciding to skip out on a blue seal jack here, saying I already have 2 of them in the deck. And what level is Bear going to go for here? Very interested to see here. Full house, it's already level 2. Also this certificate giving its first purple of the seed. With the trading card, I don't know. I know a few multiplayer players that would not give this certificate up for a while, just because it's not really bloating the deck too much because of this trading card. It's kind of just, you're kind of just adding a seal to your deck with a spectral card every round, not necessarily adding a whole extra card to your deck, if that makes sense. There's the glass jack for Bear. One more blind to play. Yeah, Bean is joining after this game. And Belenos Bear sells the certificate before it gives a red seal. What? That's gotta be a blunder. Belenos Bear saying enough is enough, but now what do you have to show for the -1 hand size? You have a purple and 2 blues. I think you really needed just a little bit more than that. But Belenos Bear saying, I want a very thin deck. I want to be able to actually remove a card from my deck every single round, and I want the numbers of cards in my deck to actually substantially decrease every round. We'll see what the variance is gonna be here, because Rarran still has that certificate up top. And Belenos Bear, I mean, I really think they picked the wrong level to go for here. It's just so awkward drawing it every time. Finding a full house in every single one of these blinds is gonna be difficult. I guess it's not going to be difficult to find one full house, but it's going to be difficult to find it with the blue seal. I feel like certificate was 75% worth one more round. Only bad hit was third blue. Like, I would agree. But I think that you are kind of obligated to hold on to it until you find a red seal, right? I mean, it doesn't even need to be a red seal face card. Just as long as you have a red seal in the deck, then you're set for the rest of the game until a better red seal shows up in like a pack and then feels bad. But all right, third blue seal out of this certificate for Rarran. Definitely the worst seal you can get at this point. Of course, a couple blue seals is great, but there is a lot of diminishing returns on purples. You can get so many purples and still get value off of every single one of them. But the blue seals, not the case. You're only going to be able to get value out of 2 every round unless you have magic trick. Then you can get 3, but you have to have like perfect draws if that's going to work. I mean, the third blue seal is nice because it makes it easier to discard blue seals as well, because you know you have more in the deck, so you can just say, yeah, I'll just draw another one later. Like we don't even care. And then we can get better draws and still have the blue. I don't know. I think not holding on to the certificate could be a big mistake, but we will see what happens. I mean, Rarran is aware of what is powerful in this game. I mean, I think they're going to be going for the red seal. We'll see when they sell certificate. My guess is right after they find a red seal. I think the best line is probably just don't sell the certificate until you need to, just because purple seals are phenomenal and you have this trading card so you can get away with it, but we will see. Is Bean gonna cast with you when this game is done? Yeah. Alright. Looking to play this full house. Has a bonus card on there. I mean, that's a pretty powerful hand. Question is, how many of those can we play? Rarran loading up a flush house with a glass card. It's a little bit unfortunate that to play this flush house, we are going to have to use the glass card as well. But that is the price you pay for a high chip hand. Wait, is that a flush house? Wait, no, that's just a flush. Okay, my bad. And the flush and the full house are going to be about the same level, but this is the reason Bear picked full house, because if you look at the chips on the full house scaling, it is much better. Perhaps a little bit harder to draw, but that's going to be only 7,000 points from Rarran, and he's going to be very, very hard pressed to find another flush. I mean, Bear also needs to find another full house, but if Bear finds a full house here, then Rarran needs to find 2 flushes, and he already played a high card, so I mean, he needs to discard into a heart here. Okay, there it is. There's the flush, but on Bear's side, we actually don't have another full house. Only able to draw 1. We do have the straight flush, though. King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. That's a lot of chips on its own. It might be able to win. I think it is just higher chips than Rarran's high leveled up flush. It's like level 5. Yeah, I mean, the straight flush is 100 chips base. This hand does have a bonus card in it that could impact things. 1,700 from Rarran. And here's the hand from Bear. It's going to be very close. No bonus, but also you had a bit of a lead in the chips department already, so you don't necessarily need to beat out that hand that Rarran just scored. You just need to score at least that much, or maybe slightly under it, and this straight flush I think gets the job done. We'll see. I mean, really considering it here, just if this glass card breaks, it is so brutal. It's such a hard thing to tell, and we're gonna back out and we're gonna go with the flush, and that's definitely not gonna be enough. Puts Bear down to 1 life. I really wonder if Bear could have won that if they just played the glass card. But yeah, that's going to give Rarran the lead 4-3. Rarran's one of these players that you really can't sleep on, man. You really can't sleep on him. He has just good fundamental game knowledge. I mean, he is a good strategy game player, plays a lot of Hearthstone. You cannot sleep on this guy. Yes, he might not be the most experienced Balatro player, but he's played a lot of it. I mean, he's been uploading a lot of Balatro content on YouTube. He's been playing against Raffle, playing against Doc. This guy has hands, and he will beat you if you aren't careful. Opportunity to take another blue seal if Rarran so desired. But we're going to pass up on that one. Let's see what's in the certificate. It's a red seal 9. There it is. Are we going to sell out a certificate now? I really would like to hold on to it for a gold and a purple seal, just because I mean, of course the purple is always going to be useful, but having a gold seal in your deck when Chad is a common joker and can just give you $9 every single time you draw it, even right now when the only economy in this entire seed is this trading card and interest, is going to have a lot of value here. Also, another thing to point out is Rarran does technically have the tempo lead, in the sense that they not only took the first PvP, but these flush levels, Rarran got an extra flush level at the beginning of that PvP. Sorry, at the end of that PvP, because they won with their flush with the blue seal, and Bear did not get a full house level. So they are going to be on higher chips unless the full house chip scaling has already outpaced it. We'll see. Okay, purple seal from the standard pack. That is going to trigger the certificate sell from Raffle, and we don't pick up Midas Mask. That is a big deal. No Midas Mask? No Midas Mask for Rarran here. I mean, this could impact the game drastically if a golden ticket shows up, for example. That could be a big deal. Hey, what's up, Zano? Thanks for the raid. Welcome in, guys. I'm assuming the Bean Raffle game ended. Zano went to fight some Discord bots. Got it. The Raffle bots got into Zano server. Oof, that is rough. Yo, Raffle, thanks for the raid. Welcome in. I hope you get the Discord under control. That's really tragic that happened to you. So let me get you guys updated on what's going on in the games right now. So we have Midas Mask for Bear and not for Rarran. So there's going to be a lot more gold cards in Bear's deck. But there is a life advantage for Rarran. They barely edged out the first PvP over Bear. Bear was forced to make a decision if they wanted to use glass in order to potentially win, and they decided not to. I think they probably did. The glass was in the straight flush. They weren't playing the glass to get the 2x. They were playing it so they could get the correct hand. So if they played straight flush, they might have won, but they passed up on it, and now they're down 3-4. And then there's also the red seal for Rarran here that they have in their deck, because there was an early certificate. Bear sold out of the certificate after it gave a purple seal and 2 blue seals. Rarran held on to it for a couple rounds longer, got an extra blue seal and a red seal 9, causing him to sell out of it.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Bean. Welcome in, welcome in.
Are we looking? We on game 3 yet?
No. It started a little bit ago. Rarran has a slight life advantage, and also a red seal. They have a red seal 9 that Bear does not have because they held on to a certificate a bit longer.
I gotta switch over to the other overlay. I'm looking at Ralph versus Bean right now. Alright, I am good.
Awesome.
We're a life down at least. Depending on how long this game goes with Bear playing, I might have to leave soon, but I'm here for this game. We've got Pareidolia Midas Mask Faceless. That's crazy.
Yep. Pareidolia Midas Mask is crazy. Also, Rarran skipped the Midas Mask, by the way. They had Pareidolia, but they passed the Midas Mask.
They skipped the Midas Mask with the Pareidolia?
Yes.
I'm looking at these jokers. I can't say I know the answer to that one.
Yeah, I mean, definitely...
Maybe the trading card will put in some work.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely interesting to pass up on that, but this PvP is going to be interesting because Bear and Rarran have had blue seals for a while. That's the big source of chips. Of course, both players have ice cream, but the big source of chips is coming from the levels here. Rarran has been leveling up Flush. Bear has been leveling up Full House. Flush is easier to draw, I would say, but the scaling on Full House is 25 chips per level, and Flush is only 15. So Bear has higher chips on their hand. So the question is, can Rarran play more flushes than Bear can play full houses? And they have to, because if they play the same amount, Bear will likely win.
So it's, flushes versus full houses?
Yes.
I mean, I bet that I can draw more flushes than a full houses, but we do have 5 hands. It could be very close here for sure.
Yeah, Rarran using the world card to get that first one immediately.
Did we pass the faceless as well?
Yeah, I guess we did. Really like the hallucination, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if Rarran was aware of the synergy. I'm not sure.
I mean, you have to think he's just staring at the smiley face inside the Pareidolia, and his brain goes blank.
But yeah, no, I would say I think Rarran's chances are pretty good this PvP. It's also going to be awkward for Bear here because even though it looks like we're forming that full house of aces and kings, we don't really want to play the kings right now when we have the Midas Mask. Okay, well, here's the full house draw. I'm interested to see if he decides it's worth to keep that glass as a glass card, or decides to turn it into gold here. Because, I mean, there's so many cards in your deck to turn gold, right? It would be tragic to sell the Midas Mask now.
Yeah, that glass card, you do have to make a decision. You can always get a Justice later, and the amount of value from this Pareidolia.
And we decide to discard
5 card hands every time.
We decide to discard and luck into another full house here. And again, having to decide, do I care about the bonus card on this 6? That could actually be impactful for this PvP. And the Jack as well. And we're deciding we want them to be gold. How much is this score? It's gonna be 25k.
I mean, already up a life, or down a life, sorry. It's hard to make these decisions to go for value, but golden ticket shows up. Bear easily is in an insanely better spot econ-wise. We didn't even take the Midas Mask on Rarran's side, but it's just a question of whether you can come back 2 lives down.
Yeah, another full house for Bear here, but I think they're gonna need to draw another one after that as well. They do get the turn order, but if Rarran draws 2 flushes, it's over. If Bear misses their full house draw, it's over. I would say at this point I would be comfortable selling the Pareidolia. We have plenty of gold cards in the deck, enough for the rest of the game. So I would not want to be overriding these glass cards at least. It's just at the very beginning of that blind, we really were not. I mean, we did not have very many. We had like 7. Now that we have more like 20, it's fine.
Misses the full house draw with that glass.
Yeah. And also, I mean, Rarran looks like they're about to draw another flush anyway. I mean, they just need another heart, and if they really needed to, they could death a heart as well to win the PvP.
Yeah, didn't get the death off. You know, Belenos, there's a lot of value to gain right now, so Bear taking that last hand, definitely a smart play. And now we're blocking death, though rewarded because there's a fool right in the shop, and there's no death in this tarot pack.
Absolutely. And we get the death fool onto the glass purple seal. That is a classic. Yeah, and suddenly, I mean, Rarran is in a very, very good position in terms of just winning this game quickly. I mean, there's a lot of glass here for Rarran to work with and potentially win this game. The only thing is he has to be careful because anything could show up in this shop. He has to stay at least somewhat caught up in the shop with the business card Pareidolia, with the gold cards that are... Okay, I guess he doesn't have any gold cards.
I mean, Rarran doesn't have 0 econ. We've got this business card, which seems to be locked in. We're getting pretty good tarots, this Temperance, and the Overstock. There's lots of things to find there, but definitely going to be very difficult to keep up. And money matters a lot right now with that Overstock plus. That is a great comeback mechanic for Bear. Just being richer with that voucher can easily lead to some game-winning jokers.
Absolutely. Now I wonder if Bear is going to pick up the Juggler over the Midas Mask here. Having more gold in your hand could really matter, but looks like we're hovering that reroll button. We're really thinking about it, though. And yeah, we're going to roll past it. Just saying, we want to make even more gold cards. It's never enough gold cards.
Oh, there's the card.
Oh my goodness.
That's max win.
Yep. I mean, very quickly showing up as well. There was no hesitation.
I think Bear, their biggest problem right now is just not winning the blinds and being able to use, like, because you want to be able to play 5-card hands.
It's not winning the blinds, and then there's also Rarran has a red seal that Bear doesn't. So if Rarran finds Justice and then goes Death Justice on to that red seal, it's going to be hard for Bear to win the next PvP, even with all of this money. I mean, we'd need to stumble into photo chat or something that Rarran does not see.
Yeah, you're definitely on a timer here. Rarran has the better short-term setup. He's going to score more in this PvP for now. But there's 5 jokers upstairs. All of those can be replaced with scoring. It's just going to be a matter of how good these shops are with the amount of money and shop slots with that overstock.
Yeah, absolutely. And now this Midas Mask... Sorry, not the Midas Mask. The Pareidolia Faceless is really not going to be doing very much at all compared to this ticket. So there's 2 very easily replaceable jokers. even this trading card, I'm not like super excited about anymore. Just because we have purples in the deck, we want to be able to find them easily. We want to get our glass cards easily in the PvP, so it's kind of a dead Joker in the PvP.
I would love a splash right now if I'm Bear.
Absolutely. I think splash might be the greatest splash angle of all time.
For this glass, how do you get rid of it? No discards left. We draw the purple, not drawing any 5-card hands. So
I mean, you gotta play high card king with the queen, and then hope.
I would play probably 2-pair here, but there's just so many things to do in this blind, and it's difficult with only so many discards.
Yeah, I mean, the ice cream is almost enough by itself. I mean, you play like a couple pairs.
I think we have to sell ice cream.
Well, we will sell ice cream eventually. Oh, you were talking about Rarran. We were saying, how do you get out of blinds? Wait, how do you get rid of this glass?
No, for Bear, because we just run out of discards having to drop of it.
I mean, the ice cream is what's allowing us to win despite not getting the full house draw if we miss. But yeah, we will
playing likely... it so safe with it. I think we did not make it nearly as much money as was possible.
I agree
with this combination.
I agree with what you're saying. You're saying we need to sell ice cream because if we play a high value hand, the ice cream could just one-shot, and so we can't play as much gold cards. It is a little bit rough though, because without the ice cream, you also have to hold on to a lot of cards because you're playing a 5-card hand. That's where all your chips are, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think Bear playing it safe because we're on 2 lives. If we lose another one, the timer gets a lot shorter to find something. So just keeping it safe there.
Yep. Hack showing up. That is a big deal. That's going to be a lot more money, especially since with the Pareidolia Faceless, we turned a lot of hackable cards into gold cards. So a lot of money gonna be coming in through that avenue.
Yeah, I think we need a sock for Bear. Then the Pareidolia, just the best Joker in this seed.
Potentially, yeah.
The amount of synergies we've seen already is crazy.
Yeah, it looks like Bear might be considering selling out of the Faceless here instead of the ice cream.
50 chips on that ice cream. I'm not too tempted to keep it, but now we're going to make the riskier play. Swap out the colon. We don't take the hack.
What?
We clear the Joker slot and we pass on it. We find another thing to fill that slot, but hack definitely could have been valuable. We're down the red seal. That's some re-triggers. It's also money with the golden ticket.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, that hack was not just great for scoring, it was a phenomenal econ Joker as well. And Bear seems not recognizing that, selling out of the ice cream to cycle the cola.
There's a trio, so we're going to be a little more ready for that X-Malt pivot in the next PvP.
Yeah, I mean, a couple glass cards could be all it takes. And there's an Ancient, and now we're really regretting passing on that hack.
But does Rarran find this?
Probably.
The overlay?
I mean, I guess the overlay is kind of wonky here, so I'm not 100% sure. But they should be rolling quite a bit here. $56 left to spend. And
yeah, Bear's only in the small blind shop. We got a lot more shops to go. I don't think we've rolled enough for Rarran to miss this. We also have a solid amount of money on Rarran's side. And I'm also looking at all this purple glass. The amount of glass Rarran has made with these tarots, just the infinite factory in them. We're going to be ready to swap to those red seals because we have the tarots to support it now. And we can just spend the non-red seals. Actually, we haven't done the red seal glass once. Valuing the purple glass more than the red seals still.
Yeah, I mean, that is something you're allowed to do when you're up lives. Wait, did Rarran die to the blinds? Rarran died to the blinds.
Yeah. We're down to 3. We have no scoring jokers, and we got a little too greedy.
Yeah, it looks like it. Rarran here eyeing the strength on the glass 9. If we hit that, that'll be 1 strength away from a face card. It will be ready. It'll be ready in case of the photograph.
Yeah, I think that's probably what's stopping Rarran. But we got the Pareidolia. That's a face card already.
Yeah, but it is a face card already, but you would really prefer to have Pareidolia not be in the lineup because it is taking up an extra slot. So anything you can solve with deck fixing, you just want to get out of the way.
$14K out of $15K. Yeah, just not knowing his scoring and just off. That's the thing with Plasma. But here's that Ancient Joker. I'd be really curious if it was a trio block in an Ancient. That would have been something. But we both
crazy.
take the trio.
Yeah,
Ancient hits spades heading into PvP. So not on those Heart Kings. Have 2 Spade Kings.
Yeah, this Lovers up top for Rarran means maybe we can do something with it, but I think the play here for Rarran is just going to be that flush 5 glass of the purples. I mean, that's just going to be better than anything Bear can do with the Ancients, so... I mean,
we do have flush levels. It's going to be tempting to just play flushes, but I think with the trio and with all the glass on 1 rank, it's going to be the best scoring here. It's just whether you want to play that or not, and maybe after losing a life to the blind like that, you want to keep your opponent quite below you.
Absolutely. And then here's the full house from Bear being forced to play a glass card here that maybe they otherwise would not have appreciated doing. You know, what is Rarran going to get rid of? I think you just get rid of the hallucination here.
We have so many tarots. Trading card and hallucination. I probably don't want to lose 4 cards deep in my deck. We still have 50 cards and a lot of purples to get, so trading card kind of hurting more than helping.
I do think trading card is overvalued in multiplayer. I think that it is very good. Don't get me wrong. Trading card is an awesome joker, but I think there's a very real downside to using it in PvPs, and so it's just kind of a dead joker heading into the PvP because we need to draw our flush 5 glass, but it's probably more value than this hallucination. I would say on average 1 tarot card per blind is not as good as -1 card in your deck and $3.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just playing multiplayer, there's always going to be value in your deck. You want to be able to find your good hands and your value. But Bear still has $66 already ahead in shop. Any of these rolls could have anything. Just a Dusk, Sock. So many retriggers are game winning right now.
Absolutely. I mean, this ticket has the chance to win the game for Bear. Will it pay off? We've seen it before. Somebody gets ticket last second and rolls into a last second photograph.
Wait, we could have had Vampire Midas Mask.
Holy.
There's a photograph.
Oh, okay. And I mean, we do have the Pareidolia, but man, Hack, just imagine if we had Hack right now, we would be saying something completely different.
Yeah, no red seal. We're going to sell Pareidolia for it. We have this trading card still.
I mean, I don't necessarily
hate Pareidolia is doing nothing for Bear, but I think trading card also.
6 cents as well. We're going to pass up on 6 cents to keep the trading card. That is...
that is a choice for sure.
That's a little bit crazy to me, personally.
$3 or a Spectral? The Spectral's just going to be incantation anyway, so it doesn't matter.
True.
Are we gonna listen in here?
All right, chat. As always, I do not actually have the ability to listen in on PvP because my setup's a little bit different, so I'm just going to be talking about what's going on in the game. Bean's POV is probably going to be the one uploaded to MLB.
We also skipped a splash in that shop. And we're using the trading card. At least it's not doing nothing.
But this should just be a PvP win for Rarran here if they decide to play the Flush 5. What's interesting is they probably don't even need to play the Flush 5 to win. They could play a Spade Flush, and because they have so many levels in Flush, that's probably just going to win it for them, right? I mean, that is probably just going to win it for them because of the sheer amount of base molt and then the 7x. The Lovers as well is going to allow us to get value out of this trio if we want to. Potentially. I think we have 2 spades of 2 cards of the same suit here. I could be wrong. Full Death for Bear. Now that is interesting. I don't think we can actually make Flush 5 glass, but we can definitely get Flush 5 with 4 glass cards. We might also be considering a full house here. You can actually get a full... Wait. This is actually a pretty good angle here for Bear here. You can play a full house of queens and jacks with the Death Fool, and we have a very high level on the queens and jacks. This could just win the PvP potentially. We don't get every single ancient proc, but we don't need every single ancient proc, and I think that's just what Bear's gonna go for. Yeah, I mean, look at the full house level, 26 base molt. It's gonna be better than a Flush 5. It's just gonna be -1 glass card, but yeah, I think this full house can actually win for Bear. It is like a bit of a commitment, and is the overlay broken? Is this the first round? So this is the first round, but the overlay is a little bit broken. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. It seems to be lagging or something. Because the lives for Bear should be 2 lives, but this is round 1. Yo, Vagabond, where'd you get this music from? Dom Palombi. Look up Dom Palombi on Spotify, on YouTube. He made a whole bunch of Balatro covers, and they're all fantastic. That guy's awesome. Yeah, album is called Balatro Bangers. Thank you. Server 2, the overlay is a bit slow to update sometimes. Zano and Phantom are working on it. Noted. But yeah, again, exactly what I was talking about. Bear can just win this PvP with a full house. I'm very certain. Also, they are going to be required to play first here. And Rarran perhaps missing a bit of the draw here. Putting the lucky first, good ordering. This full house is going to score a lot. These blue seals have been putting in the work, and this is the payoff right here. 42 million and not a single glass break. And this is at the point where, I mean, unless you know your plasma deck scoring very well, you might think that maybe your Flush 5 glass wins. So I'm interested to see if Rarran's going to go for that. So who's winning right now? I would say Bear is in a favored position if he wins this PvP. If he loses, he's in a bad spot. But going 2 lives to 2 lives here is probably good for Bear because we have the golden ticket with a bunch of gold cards in the deck. Rarran does have one advantage up his sleeve though, which is that Red Seal 9 now it's a Red Seal 10 in the deck. He almost has a Red Seal face card, and if he can strengthen that up to Red Seal face card, he can start really duplicating it. In fact, he might look to duplicate it ahead of time right now. Maybe there is a world Rarran wins this PvP if we go flush house of kings and tens. Oh, we are out of discards and draws, but alright, and Rarran just looking to sack the PvP here, just saying, you know what, it is what it is. Not worried about it. GG.
Yeah, just having the glass on the right suit.
Yeah, also, I mean, the full house level is so high, it just beats out the flush 5 anyway.
Yeah.
With the photograph, I mean, even if Rarran played flush 5 glass, they weren't going to make it there.
Yeah, for sure. The ancient combined with the photograph and those base levels, the full house was better than a flush house there. So it is very strong. Gaining that life was very important as well. Also, Rarran making some interesting tarot decisions. I think he really wants to make this red seal a wild, but that glass is just going to be stronger. And when you're behind on scoring, you need the stronger option. Also, got rid of a strength, held the lovers over the strength. And now we're still deciding if we want to hold the lovers over a death. And I think we are. We're keeping lovers over a fool for a death.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, we have seen lovers be somewhat impactful in previous games. It's certainly not as strong as it is in ranked when there isn't just this card. But you can use it with this ancient to clear the blinds very easily. This is a white stake, so probably wasn't going to have any problems with that anyway.
Yeah, for sure. And now, because we want to use this lovers on that 10, we got to decide whether or not it's worth holding all the other purple seals, whether we can discard them. It's just making it so hard on himself when we could just have Death Fool and get that flush 5 of glass a lot quicker.
Glass Joker in the shop. Not an angle for Bear, but it could have been for Rarran. I don't know.
And I saw Edzy passed on a natural negative Eternal Glass Joker today. I was mad.
What?
And he was building into glass anyway.
You can't pass those, man. That's like finding like a really, really rare collector's item. You just pick that guy up. I don't know.
Yeah. I thought it was a Jimbo at first. A negative Glass Joker, it's hard to tell what it is. But we're finally going to get out of this trading card. We're swapping for the Acrobat. Not playing enough glass to scale the glass fella.
Yeah, absolutely. Acrobat is just going to be another instance of 3x, and I mean, Rarran needs to get this Red Seal glass train moving. I mean, they absolutely can win this next PvP if they get enough Red Seal glass, but here's another death being possibly committed to a Purple Seal. 2 lives to 2. I think you just have to say you're happy with what you got so far. I mean, there's so many Purple Seals in Rarran's deck.
Yeah, this blind just becoming difficult because we have so many tarots in the shop. Deciding how to use them, we can't discard our glass. We got to see if we can risk the glass. We still need a flush to win. There's just so much to do, but we get the death right after. And we miss the 10 again. We missed the 10 in the bottom 12 cards still. We have one more discard, but we're again gonna have to block and lose Purple Seal value because we really want this wild 10. I mean, I could get it if we're trying to really get glass on that 10, but we're trying to take away the glass and turn it into wild.
Yeah. You ready for the 3rd death in a row?
Surely not. Also being a little risky here. Do have the lovers. I don't think there's any reason to discard that jack. okay.
I was really holding my breath for that. I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta call things, and then if it's not correct, then you know nobody will remember it, and it's chill. But if it happens, it's legendary.
Bottom teching that 10 again. I mean, we're just so tunnel visioned on turning it into a wild, but it's already such a good card. I would have been mad because I couldn't death fool it in that blind, but instead we're just trying to throw a lovers on it. But here's a smear joker in the shop that's definitely going to be doing more than the ice cream. Could be big for Rarran because, man, we're just selling the Paradoli over it. There's not many joker slots open for Bear, so Rarran can afford to take this smear joker.
Yeah. The smeared, I mean, if the ancient hits diamonds or hearts, it's going to be very, very difficult for Bear to win. I guess with the acrobat could make things more likely.
Yeah, Rarran really just needs to build in this red seal to keep this lead up, because those retriggers, we have ancient and glass. That's so much value, you know, like 3 to the 5th on a flush 5, and there's been so many deaths to support it. So we have to realize that's what the advantage is, to continue to take lives from Bear.
Yeah, I wonder what Bear is thinking about using this Death Fool on. Probably just the purple glass. There's not really a better option in the deck. I mean, I will say, like, yes, we could have those red seal 10s, absolutely. But if you just look at the deck fixing by itself, Rarran's deck is beautiful. It really is. I mean, I mean, there's so many purple glass. So many. Also, Seltzer coming up here in the shop, and I mean, Bear is definitely going to find those.
Yeah, I mean, the odds ancient hits are so high this next blind. But the thing is, Bear does have a higher top end right now, I think. But if you want to try to preserve Seltzer, you got to decide whether you want to play this 6 or not. But Rarran can find a flush 5 of glass so quickly. And there's a deja vu in this 6th sense. That is...
Deja vu in the 6th sense? That is so fortunate for Rarran. Now, I mean, now you just... Or is it... Well, hold on. It depends if... it depends if Bear... If Bear picks up the 6th sense and uses it, which I feel like is its own question. I mean, at 2 lives, you might be thinking that 3x molt is going to be the big difference. In fact, we might be selling out of photo right now because it's only a 2x molt for the smeared. Just for a more
with the
likely...
Seltzer, it could have been a 4x, but the acrobat was more at the moment. It's not going to be the biggest punish, but a tough decision to make for sure. Just going for that safe play.
And there's the Seltzer showing up. And now we really regret selling photo because the 4x is better than any of the 3x's here. Acrobat is going to be off the team.
Yeah, especially with this deja vu coming up. Pound, photograph, that was another advantage Bear had that's just gone now. Are we making... Okay, we're just going straight to Red Seal Wild. We're Rarran completely locked in on this Ancient Joker, not realizing 1.5x is less than 2.
Yeah, I mean, you always got to play into the glass, even with Ancient Joker up top. Rarran has the chance to undo his mistakes here. Justice card up top. What are we going to use it on? We're going to sell it! Wow.
That's not what I expected there.
That was the last thing I thought he was gonna do.
Draws the red seal glass just after getting that deja vu on the king. Rarran's on a mission, and it's to play some white stake Balatro and just get the flush 5 of wilds. We don't even got to worry about boss blinds debuffing them. They're stronger.
The Seltzer is better for Balenos Bear here than Rarran, just because we have the golden ticket, right? So we are going to be printing a lot of cash here. This hand is $24.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Bear passed on the Sixth Sense. I think we probably could have guessed that based on we passed the one in the ante before as well. But just the first Brock being Deja Vu could be big for Rarran if he realizes we need to make this card glass. Because if not, it's scoring less than a normal glass card.
Yep. And Belenos, I mean, it looks like they're just going to hold on to this Full Death until they run into that glass purple. That seems to be the highest priority here. And it does make perfect sense. I mean, that is the best card in your deck. It's just all these Death Fools. Imagine if Rarran was deathing red glass right now. I mean, it would not even be close. Yeah. Rarran would be absolutely cooking Bear right now.
Hey, but semi-rewarded. We have the light suit hit. Or we wouldn't have been able to play that red seal unless we got the suit changer. So that is going to be a flush 5 with the Ancient Joker for Rarran.
With the Death Fool up top, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the flush or full house or whatever hand is going to be looking like for Bear here, but we have the smeared as well. I mean, I'm not sure what the full house level is at right now, but if we're supposed to play full, we're gonna go Campfire over Acrobat. I like this play, actually, just because we have a lot of money to spend. We can.
I mean, I'd like to buy the Tarot Merchant, maybe.
Yeah, I would also.
Well, actually, with the amount of tarots we're finding, it is at least going to be more. We get the Death Pool anyways, so kind of rewarded. Never mind, we're high rolling because we need that shop slot open or that consumable to scale this Campfire here.
Yep.
And there's a sock.
Oh,
that is quite deep in shop.
Yep. There is no way Rarran's going to find this. I mean, that's not necessarily true. There's only 3 rerolls ahead, so Rarran would need to roll 3 times. If you rolled 3 times right now,
yeah, we're out.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of just bad play to roll 3 times, but you would get rewarded with the sock.
I think Bear put one more scale on the Campfire. Does that, we're still gonna sell it. Just wasting $2 there.
Yep.
Black Hole is also quite nice.
Yeah,
when you haven't played the Flush 5 or Flush House hands yet. And a hack and a Chad and a DNA. Everything in that roll.
What the hell is going on? I mean, I think the only thing that I'm really passing up on here is well, I guess the only thing I'm taking here is the Chad. I don't think you can take hack or DNA. Kind of just have to rely on your massive amounts of cash that you are printing to get you what you need.
The diamonds hit. You really want to keep this golden ticket with the Chad and sock and all these gold cards.
But if you sell the smeared, you might lose. Bear doesn't know this, but they absolutely win this PvP just playing glass with the sock.
Right. Well, it'd be close. There's a lot more retriggers on Bear's side, but we don't have many full Flush 5 hands of glass yet.
And selling the photo is really coming back to bite us on Bear's side of the screen here. I mean, like we sold photo because it was only a 2x at the time. But now that we have Sock Chad, Bear's just wishing he made different decisions.
I'm gonna listen in here.
All right, chat. I think Bear is winning this PvP. He's going to set Rarran down to 1 life. It is pretty huge. Also, the Hex hitting the Seltzer is pretty funny. I'm not sure how many hands are left on the Seltzer, but it could be a interesting line if we're going to skip for it. The full retrigger with glass is definitely very powerful. Yeah, 6 hands left on Seltzer means, I don't know, Rarran is going to really want to turn order Bear here. Gonna force him to play as many seltzer hands as possible. Turn order is very, very important in Major League Balatro, and I really wish I saw people utilize it more often. It's just so important. It matters for glass breaking. It matters for even right now the seltzer. It's gonna force Rarran to play every hand here until they get their best one, and then Bear knows exactly how many glass they need to risk if they are good with the numbers. All right, here we go. We have king. It looks like we do we have the full house? I think we only have one jack. So we do have a full house for Bear here, but probably not one that we're gonna play because it has the 3s in it, and we're discarding another glass card. Okay, we have a full house of kings and queens here. Now I'm really confused here by Bear's play. I feel like you're just supposed to play 5 glass cards here, but we're really valuing the ancient proc over the glass. It seems like both of these players are doing that. And that glass breaks. Yeah, I'm just overall just kind of confused. Is playing one semi-decent hand first/fast usually good in PvP blinds? Like, normally, yeah. I mean, especially if you have the same setup as your opponent, if you and your opponent score the exact same thing, it's going to come down to the throwaway hand. So if you played better throwaway hands, you win the blind. And then also just forcing your opponent to give you more information, forcing them to work with less information is really good. If you have 3 hands left and you played a 4 million point hand, they don't know if you have 4 3 million point hands, or if you or like anything like that, so they might be forced to use some glass that they really didn't need to, right? All right, here's the hand for Rarran, E11. I think Baleno's Bear has this with the sock. It's going to be less ancient triggers, but more glass triggers. So, especially with the Chad, should not really be close. Yeah, look at this full house level, man. 390 times 32. And I did not realize the scaling of full house was this good. But honestly, like, it's pretty nice. Maybe it's just that we've gotten so many of the levels, but... Alright, here's the hand E16, and it's not going to be close. Bear takes it. Man, if there's one thing I'm learning from this game is, I think I've underestimated full house scaling.
Yeah, but we're still playing full houses on Bear's side, but there's just so many retriggers and glass.
Bro, the seed is handing Rarran the answer. The solution is right in front
glass.
of you.
We got the lovers upstairs, so we can make another wild red seal. Huge.
It's actually just, it's trying so hard to get Rarran to play red seal glass right now.
Yeah, and this queen going up is bad for
He
Rarran.
skips it!
Wait, no.
He just skipped it!
No. I think you must have saw something, right?
No, I saw him skip the skip. He pressed the skip button, I swear. I swear he pressed the skip button, Bean.
Surely there's an explanation for why we're skipping red seal glass. Here's a photo chat, though. In 2 rerolls, that advantage that Bear had fleeting a little bit, but now it's just this sock, and if we had the red seal face cards, Rarran could still be ahead here despite being behind all that ante.
All right, Bear really thinking about this seltzer, and I think they might be thinking, do I skip here to preserve it? I mean, it's a 32x mult if I draw my full hand of glass. I think the answer is no, just because if you do skip, you can't use any hands as discards. You can't use any hands as throwaways to look for the glass, so you're probably not going to get 5. So you probably just sell the seltzer and try to find another one, but it does suck because we miss out on the polychrome.
Yeah, I mean, this seltzer definitely got to go. You got to consider whether skipping is worth based on the value of the blinds, and we have a lot of gold cards, and we have overstock plus, so there's a lot to find, high chances of just something better to replace it, or taros to make more red seal glass. So it is definitely not the play I would make, but
yeah, I think
maybe you just want to finish it out here.
The other thing here is the Ancients on spades, and that is what our glass cards are on, right? We found that red seal face card as well.
If we roll into photo here, we might just sell smeared and take the skip. We've decided to keep seltzer, and we're looking at the skip tags.
Yeah, I think he might end up doing this.
There's the photograph. Are we selling smeared or the seltzer?
This is the decision, right? I mean, this at this point in the shop is when Bear needs to decide. If he's skipping, seltzer stays and we sell the smeared because we have the perfect hit on the ancient. If we're not
I just
skipping,
don't think 3 discards is enough to find the hand.
You know, neither do I, but okay, and we're deciding we're likely not going to skip, holding on to the smeared. I mean, every single red seal is a 2x, possibly more with the ancient, so playing these blinds, giving yourself the opportunity to find more deaths could be huge.
I mean, a big decider here could just be the difference of what ancient hits. Bear kind of running low on those light suits glass, but Rarran still has the flush 5 and a bean to help draw it. Perhaps? Okay, we're looking at baseball card closer than the bean. Come on.
I mean,
come on.
I definitely like the bean over maybe trio here, just because it's going to allow us to draw our purple seals easier and death that red seal glass, but I feel like Rarran's more interested in deathing red seal lovers, so...
It's okay.
And, okay,
Justice
we
with
have
the
a
red
chance.
seal drop.
Do we know? Do we know?
There's also another lovers. We could turn the glass purple into
a lovers card. Wait, you're so
with
smart.
the smeared in the Joker lineup as well.
Bean, you might be the most intelligent co-caster I've ever had. I can't lie. That's such a good idea. Bro, glass smash. Bro, glass is ass. I prefer my cards wild. How do you feel about that one?
The cards be wild then. I think we're taking the bean on either side here. I'm sad.
Alright, Wraith in the Spectral Pack.
$20. You know you're behind on scoring.
If I know anything about Major League Balatro, this Wraith is an obelisk, and that's an instant win, so we should take it.
It's a driver's license or an obelisk coming up. We already have Ancient Joker. That's one of, those big hits for Wraith, so it's harder to take this one, but Blueprint Brainstorm still game winning.
Yeah, also, I just want to point out this Ancient Joker hitting clubs is pretty bad for Bear in the small blind. Now it's only a 1 in 3 to get that idle hit. Not the Ancient. It has to be exactly spades because it can't hit clubs again.
Take the bean and skip. Bear, do it. Take the bean and skip.
They're thinking about it.
We got the moon card. We've got the flush house with kings and queens.
I mean, what are you gonna sell though? I mean, you can't sell smeared.
You take this, sell the smeared. They have the flush house with this moon card upstairs.
No. Oh, with the moon
a full
card.
glass.
Yeah. The moon
it's
card.
Okay. It's definitely not the optimal play, but if we're skipping, it's the play.
And we were really
still looking at the skip.
I mean, I just really wish we had golden ticket over this smeared. I think smeared definitely has more value than it does in like standard ranked, but the ticket is just, I feel it's so likely to give you the suit changer you need anyway. You know what I mean? Like if you have so much money, you can hold on to a moon card and a sun card at the same time, for example. And then if it doesn't hit either of those, and it doesn't hit your best hit, then I mean you have plenty of money to roll in the shop and try to get bailed out.
Yeah, it is. With the amount of money and the overstock plus, it's so easy to play Ancient and Glass the Seed. We also have a ton of purple seals. So Rarran just completely missing out on a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring.
Rarran definitely maybe doesn't need the Spirit, especially since we're going Lovers red seals. But yeah, we'll see what it hits for Rarran here. They really want it to hit Sun or Star. Either of those will work for them. Polychrome on the smeared Joker.
The odds are definitely in Rarran's favor to have a good hit. Here we're throwing away the red seal glass once again.
We hate glass cards, Bean. We hate glass cards. We hate glass
Why
cards.
would we need good glass cards? Why with multiple retriggers? We got the red seal. We got the Chad.
Man.
We're gonna be putting the red seal first for the photograph.
You know, one thing I really value. Oh my gosh, it's a spades hit. Bro, you know, one thing I really value in my jokers and deck is loyalty. And, you know, glass jokers just aren't loyal, man. They help you out a little bit, and then they break on you. That's messed up.
Yeah, wild cards.
Rarran likes his cards freaky and wild, bro. Can you blame him?
Passing on another justice. There's a spade king in that pack. If we just Chad that spade king, it immensely increases our score. But he knows Bear skipped. He knows Bear's got the good hand. And you gotta be thinking your chances aren't great here on one life.
Yeah. I mean, Rarran has a lot of purple seals to potentially find the suit changer here. Moon or World will do it. Either one will be incredibly helpful. But yeah, no, the setup is definitely looking better for Bear. I mean, they just have the red seal glass, and that Rarran like skipped, and I still don't know why.
I've seen Rarran play this game right. I have. He knows what red seal glass does. I don't know why.
He does. He really does.
Going ancient.
He really does know what the cards do. Yeah. It's very surprising to me. Genuinely. Like, it's not even that Ancient is bad. Like, this Ancient is a phenomenal Joker here. It's just that you're not allowed to full commit to the Ancient by going Lovers when Glass exists. I mean, because Glass effect is just stronger than the Ancient's effect. But the thing is, you can get both at the same time. Shoot, I forgot it was PvP, so I'm pretty sure he got involved in some dubious fantasy he is throwing out of betting on fantasy, trust me. Bro, imagine betting all in on your opponent and then throwing your match. That would be crazy. I don't know. I think Rarran's gonna watch this game back and they're gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know why I did that." I think they'll figure it out. but this should just be a PvP win for Bear. We have the we have full house lined up almost. Not sure what the levels are on the full house, but it's probably more than a 4x better than flush 5. Couple queens left in the deck. All right, and here's the full house draw for Bear. Importantly, not a flush house. Look at what this Heart King is doing. If it weren't for the Heart King, this would be a flush house. The smeared would make the... Oh, we were playing a flush house! Oh, no! Wait, Bear messes up, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think it's gonna matter, but we did mess up. We're not gonna put the red seal in the front for photo either! We're not putting the red seal the... It's probably fine. I genuinely don't think that Bear can lose this. We'll see. E16 again. Yeah, and I mean, Rarran's draw is just terrible. We're playing into
the
ancient way too far. Yeah, I mean, the red seal breaking, and then also we used the... we played a flush house on accident. We got a full house. But
no, the red seal wasn't first for photograph.
Yeah. I mean, both. It's funny because both of those cost about the same amount of score. Both of those mistakes, probably.
I don't think so. It's 2.25 from ancient, and flush house was level 2.
No, it's 1.5 from ancient, and then 2x from glass, and then 2x from photo.
It's 2.25.
Okay, yeah. No,
It really would have been close for the full house and the flush house.
No. The red seal mistake was definitely cost more because it's retriggering glass, photo, and ancient. So like it's more. But I'm pretty sure the difference between the full house, like there's also like the chips, right? So many chips on the full house, and then like the base mult's like twice as much. At least I want to say. So it's like around the 4x on the full house.
It's close. I don't think it's gonna matter much here though.
I
just
don't
playing
think so
no
either.
And all.
Oh,
we had this 2 changer, and we're still just playing the red seal wilds. We're gonna put the red seal first, which is a considerably worse here. Like you want to put. I mean, Rarran needed to not put the red seal first, and Bear needed to put the red seal first.
Yep. I don't know anybody that's. I don't know anybody that doesn't put their red seal first. Right, Dean?
Yeah, I don't know anyone either. I would never do that.
Yeah.
I would never lose a set off that. But I learned from my mistakes, man. I've never done that again.
Yeah. That's how it is. I mean, they really had to be the 2x difference as well when that happened to really teach you the lesson as well.
It nailed it in my head. It did.
Alright, well, GG. That's game 1 to Balenos there, and I mean, despite despite Rarran having so many potential scoring advantages, they just weren't able to tap into any of that stuff right now. I think a lot of people are busy dealing with the problems occurring in their Discord. All right, game 2. Yo, what's up? Thanks for the raid, Bean. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What if I hop in? I would DM Zeno, and if he says you can, then absolutely, I would be happy to have you. And if you can't get a hold of Zeno, I'll just let you in anyway. And then I'll deal with the consequences later. All right, checkered deck white stake, by the way. This is going to be a long game, potentially. Chad immediately showing up in the first Buffoon pack, and Rarran taking the very aggressive line to go in the standard as well. They're rewarded with a purple seal foil. I could jump in if you like. Yeah, I mean, you're like a, you've commentated before, Cole, right? Everyone is like chill with you. Yeah, you can probably hop in, I think. I would highly doubt that you can't hop in. All right. Chad, for both players, I did not see if Bear opened the standard pack. They're at $3. I don't think they could have, right? I don't think there's a way they could have. No, they bought a flush level in the shop. Yeah, so they didn't open the standard pack. If Rarran opens this standard pack right here, they're going to see something that Bear will never see, simply because they're behind. But Bear's going to purchase the grabber. I definitely don't hate that decision. +1 hand for the entire rest of the game. Wait 1 second. I'm like way behind. I'm realizing I am watching my own stream instead of the OBS. Is this game 2? Yes, this is game 2. Dusk, scary face in the shop. But yeah, so Bear's going to be up this grabber voucher for the entire game. They're going to be able to see 5 cards deeper in the deck, but doesn't really matter too much when there's nothing to find. No enhancements, nothing that generates value across the entire deck for Bear here. That is going to change over the course of the game, of course, as it always does. But right now, Rarran has a purple seal advantage. All right, Dusk picked up for Bear. We do not have much money at all this season. We're gonna want to get a bit more to be able to afford the second grab. Wait, hold on. Wait, Rarran got the grabber as well. Wait, hold on. Okay, never mind. Rarran just got the grabber as well. I'm just wrong. That's cool. I didn't realize he had the finances for that. What happened to Bean? Bean had to go. So we are solo commentating until somebody else hops in the booth, and then we'll have somebody else as well. I believe Cole is hopping in. Abstract Joker holographic that will fix all your scoring issues for now, but this to-do list in the shop might fix your econ issues. Definitely not this blind though, when you really need it to, if you want to afford that reroll surplus that could be so instrumental over the course of this game, with saving $2 every single time you reroll. Bear thinking about maybe going inside this Buffoon pack here. I definitely think you don't want to go to-do list. I definitely think you want to go to-do list is what I meant to say. Just because you don't know if that's going to be the only econ in the shop for a while. The only scary part about going to-do list here is, oh, okay, we're going to go the Abstract Joker, and this means that Bear will definitely not be able to afford that reroll surplus unless we sell one of our Jokers. That is tragic. We'll see what Rarran decides to do. Looks inside the pack and finds an 8-ball with Chad. Zano rejoicing as they get to watch their favorite Joker probably print out some premium tarot cards. And there's a world card that could easily win the first PvP already. I mean, Flush House is now on the table. Rarran considering whether to sell out of the world card before playing this next straight flush, saying I'm gonna generate 2 tarot cards from this 3 8-ball procs. You know, you have to dream big in order to hit those, and unfortunately sometimes it just doesn't go according to plan. Bear missing out on the reroll surplus. Will Rarran pick it up? And he does. Suddenly the tables have turned in the sense that Bear in the last PvP in the round 1, they were very behind in tempo, but they had a severe econ lead. Now Rarran switching things up here, going Chad 8-ball, Dusk, Scary Face, not the best scoring lineup with no base molt at all, going to lose this PvP, but they have the 8-ball Chad and most importantly the reroll surplus. So that should get them farther in the shop every single ante from here on out. A couple rerolls ahead can decide games. We've seen it before. Photograph lurking around every corner when we have this Chad. Sun card out of the 8-ball for Rarran. That means, again, this flush house line potentially on the table. Looks like we are going to go for it. This is going to be a very high scoring hand. Yes, Bear has significantly more base molt, but where's the chips? We don't have the Scary Face. We don't have a very high level hand here. And this steel card is not very useful. Rarran might actually be taking the PvP with this flush house, 14 base molt. Nothing to scoff at, and so many chips. That's going to be 9k, barely not enough. And they didn't have another good hand after that. It was a very solid attempt, and you're not necessarily upset about using that Sun card either. Just getting your deck more and more fixed. Here's the business card showing up. That is not what Bear wants to see. It is what Rarran wants to see. The money is more impactful for Rarran than for Bear because we have cheaper rerolls. Our money can go a longer distance. If the game was in a state with no econ jokers, it would be hard for Rarran to justify rerolling in the first place, despite things being $3 at a time, and then the rerolls being cheaper doesn't even matter if neither player is rerolling. But now that the business card is on the table, now that there's a gold seal in Rarran's deck, that changes. But yeah, Rarran needs to make a tough decision. What are they gonna get rid of in order to buy this business card? It's gonna be the 8-ball. And I think this is just the correct play from Rarran here. I mean, 8-ball Chad, don't get me wrong, it is phenomenal. But we need the scoring from Scary Face to clear the blinds unless we want to rely on drawing a flush house, which is very scary and means we would lose out on a lot of business card value. You know, Bear's been playing this game for a while. He could still spend more money, get farther in the shop if he manages to out min-max Rarran on this business card. All right, Burglar showing up. Now that is an interesting joker to see here. Definitely better than Jimbo. With the Chad and the business card, you can just play high card, face card over and over again. Every single hand you play worth on average about $3. And then you end it out with a big face card hand. I think the Burglar would be a great play here for Bear. Maybe a little bit more dubious for Rarran just because we do have the issue of no base molt right now. Purple Seal showing up right at the very end of the blind, just in time so that we can't discard it. Played perfectly from Rarran, but not able to be rewarded because this purple has to be in the bottom of the deck. Oh, what's up, Cole?
Okay, sorry, I didn't want to scare you.
Oh, no, no problem. I just saw you hop in the call. I don't know how long you were there for, though.
Well, not long. I just
okay.
Tried.
You got everything pulled up? You ready to go?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Hell yeah. I mean, in this position, I mean, Rarran is looking phenomenal. Definitely unfortunate for them that they're down a life, but, you know, they just have the better economy. They have the vouchers, so... And Rarran considering the same burglar line. And deciding not to do it
as well.
Yeah, I mean, I did mention it a second ago, but it is worse for Rarran than Bear, just because, first of all, we have that purple seal. We just got the purple seal value. We would not have been able to do that with the burglar. And then also just we don't have base molt, meaning we need a hand with decent base molt to live the blinds. So we don't actually win with a bunch of high cards like Bear could, just chatting singular face cards.
Yeah, I've definitely gotten into a spot like that before where I'm trying to go for max value and then you just can't get out of the blinds. So I definitely understand the decision from Rarran there.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, here's the flush house from Rarran here. Might decide against playing the gold card or trying to find another King of Hearts, and the greed is rewarded. I mean, it's these tiny min-maxes that you see from Rarran every once in a while, and you're like, oh my gosh, this guy could be a phenomenal Balatro multiplayer player. And I think he's really demonstrating that with the min-maxes, and it's just like if he knew maybe a little bit more of the breakpoints, like I don't know if you were watching that last game, but not going for the red seal glass was just genuinely brutal. It's like he's making sure to juice the most value out of his jokers possible. And I mean, besides like a few critical mistakes as far as macro is concerned, I mean, the micro just feels really good on Rarran's side. I genuinely have not seen many mistakes. We're digging deep to find what we need to find, sometimes dropping stuff that other people are scared to drop. And
yeah, and I think on white stake, you know, when you can have every joker and you can, you know, buy every tarot and planet, those micro decisions are kind of what makes the difference. And like you said, Rarran making a lot of great decisions here to put himself ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Already 4 rolls ahead in the shop, by the way. Belenos readying up to the PvP. We still have $30 to spend. Look at the total spent counter. I'm not sure how completely updated the overlay is, so I don't know if it's fully current. Looks like the lives are still off, but seems like some things update at different speeds than others.
Yeah, I think the money has been going pretty consistently, but the lives take a bit to update.
I see.
I don't know why.
Also, a pass up on the Tarot Merchant for Rarran here. I feel like Tarot Merchant might be one of the best vouchers in vanilla Balatro multiplayer. I think in the Major League, yeah, I genuinely think it is. Just because, I mean, if you look at what dictates the outcome of a lot of these games, it's just glass cards. You know, how many glass cards does one person have compared to another? How much steel is in hand? How many red seals do they have, right? And all of these things are dictated by tarot cards. Do you find the Death? Do you find the Fool? Do you find the Justice that your opponent finds? And the first one really isn't so bad. You see, instead of 5 out of 7 slots being jokers, you now 4 out of 7. But you see twice as many tarot cards in the shop. So
that is true.
I really think Tarot Merchant is one of the best vouchers for vanilla specifically.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say Tycoon, but yeah, Merchant.
That's fair.
Very good.
I'm always just nervous that, you know, if you are able to roll a couple more jokers deep in the queue in a ante and your opponent doesn't, then you could just be up that joker, whereas you can find another one of those tarot cards. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But I do understand that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a fear that you can have in the back of your head at any given time, but I don't know. You just gotta play what you know is the most statistically correct line and live with your chances of getting screwed over sometimes. It just kind of is what it is. I think that's my personal philosophy. I know, like, for example, Bean has a different philosophy when he plays. He tries to take maybe statistically incorrect lines if he is certain that his opponent will also take that line, because he's certain he can out min-max them on their own line, and then there's no chance they can win. But
yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I'm not as confident to be certain of what my opponent is going to do.
Yeah, that's fair. That is definitely also a skill, being able to, you know, go through the game and not only think about what makes your scoring the best, but think about what your opponent might have done in the same situation.
Yes. And here's
both players able
house.
to find a glass.
Flush house for both players, yeah. Well, yeah, because we have the world card up top for Bear on the queen. Difference here is there's going to be a steel card in hand for Bear, but the scary face for Rarran is putting in so much work.
Yeah.
I mean, this scary face is phenomenal here.
Yeah, when we already have the mult, you know, from the glass card, the swashbuckler and abstract aren't doing as much as that scary face. They obviously are helping us in the blinds to make maybe a little bit more money or be a little bit more comfortable, but here in the PvP...
Yeah, both of them combined only about like a 10% score increase. It was adding like 20 or 30 on top of 224, so really not doing much at all. Magician here.
And a photograph.
Yep, photograph for Rarran. Bear is 100% seeing this. Because this is not like deep after some rerolls or anything. This is just right here in the shop. Unless there was like a common block. Because I swear that was before any rerolls happened.
Wait.
Am I wrong about that?
Okay, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm just wrong.
One roll.
It was just one roll deep. I was looking at the overlay and I saw 0 rerolls, so I just assumed, but it just is taking a bit to... I need to stop trusting the overlay.
It is tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, Bear's selling out of that base mold. Now that they have that photo chat, there's going to be 0 concerns living these blinds anymore. A flush gets you out with the dusk photo chat, and now it's going to be a game of min-maxing. How much money can you milk out of this business card? It's very scary to play lucky card high cards. If you hit that plus 20 too early, you might just get out too early, and then you miss out on the business card of your big 5-card hand and dusk. So these players need to be very careful here with the photo chat. Yeah,
and I mean, like you said, it's a game of min-maxing, and so far Rarran has been able to, you know, win that game with the total spent being about $50 up on Bear. So I mean, if that trend continues, especially with this overstock, Rarran's going to see so many more jokers, so many more tarots to be able to fix his deck. More glass, more death. So hopefully Bear is able to kind of claw a little bit back at that econ. And because we are on the MLB rule set, it's basically a reset every ante. You know, Rarran is not gaining ground for the rest of the game. He's gaining ground for this ante. So, you know, both players on similar rerolls this ante. And here Rarran with the plus 20, couple plus 20s, going to get out.
But
luckily
again,
not too
like,
soon.
I said it before, I'll say it again, like, Rarran just keeps doing a phenomenal job of getting the maximum possible value out of this value generator business card. Like, I genuinely, I don't think I would have done it much different at all. I mean, Rarran is doing a phenomenal job this game.
Yeah, very well. And again, that's just shown on the econ, you know, 187 to 95. Obviously, we're, you know, in the shop spending money here, but still leaving this blind with $50.
Yeah, and keep in mind, this is against one of the favorites of the... Is it the Bloodstone or the Arrowhead division? This division.
I believe this is the Bloodstone division.
Yeah, I mean, Bear, one of the favorites of the Bloodstone division. I mean, scary opponent, and Rarran is just completely econ diving him right now.
Right. I mean, Bear made it to, I believe, the semifinals of the last season, up against Bean. Quarter or semis, one of those, into the playoffs for sure, and made a deep run.
Almost took him down too. It was 2-3 at the end, and Bean had to pull out either a reverse sweep, or they had to come back from a 2-1 deficit. So definitely can't sleep on Bear here, but I'm just illustrating that point to show how impressive it is that Rarran is completely cooking him in the econ department.
Yeah. And again, on White Stake, there's not too much variance between players. Like, there's not too many different lines you can take. I mean, we see both players with the exact same jokers. So, you know, it really just does come down to how we're using and blocking with those taros and how much money we're able to make.
All right, here's flush coming out from Bear. That does win the blind, but like that flush only had 2 face cards in it. And Rarran, they're dusking, they're using Dusk with that business card. I'm just so much money, $100 difference. Call that a flame horizon. If you know, you know.
We see Bear thinking about the Lucky Cat pickup here. With all these re-triggers, it could be pretty strong. We don't have a ton of Luckies right now. And again, like you mentioned before, playing Luckies early with this photo Chad could result in an early win that we might not want.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily hate the Lucky Cat pickup. I mean, if you're looking at the lineup, the only thing to go here is the trading card, and that trading card is pretty valuable. But if you think that Lucky Cat can win you a PvP, then maybe you want to pick that up. Invisible Joker in Rarran's shop here, now selling for the Lucky Cat is just not going to be good. We actually sold the business card for Bear here.
Oh, and Faceless.
Selling the business card over trading card is, I don't know. I feel like, again, I mean, another thing that I will keep harping on about, I feel like trading card is just so overrated in Balatro multiplayer specifically. Of course, it's phenomenal in single player and better than many other alternate options because of its consistency and what it allows you to do. But in multiplayer, you gotta ask a little bit more out of your jokers than removing 1 card and generating $3 per round. And business card here with the Dusk and the Chad is just generating so much cash that can find you the deck fixing in other ways than just removing cards from your deck. It can of course find you a Hangman, but there's Death, Justice, there's Strength. There's so many tarot cards you can just find in the shop, and also just jokers in general. Rolling far in the shop can sometimes be more important than deck fixing. If this photo or Chad was a little bit farther in the queue, and we're running trading card instead of business card, we're never gonna find it.
Yeah. I mean, right now our deck is 48 to 50 on cards. We're just kind of 1 Hangman away from, being up an entire econ joker.
And look at that, Bear Chad's a lucky card, and it wins too fast. It does get the plus $20 proc, but with the photo Chad, it's just proving too powerful. $58. We need to roll 5 times here. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Temperance in the Arcana pack. I wouldn't be too surprised if we don't find the invis, but I think it's more likely that we do find the invis here. It's just we have seen players this season stop rolling way too early. I mean, if we had the business card, I would be comfortable going down to like $10 here, just because I would be able to easily make that cash back up. But
yeah. It is a tough decision. It looks like Bear's kind of slowing down the rolls a little bit.
Yeah, Yeah.
I mean, being at $50, we really only need to be at 25, so I think we'll be able to get a couple more.
All right,
but
this
$10
is the big
rerolls.
One. And that's the last one. Oh my god, the $10 reroll, which would have put Bear below the interest cap without a clear way to get back above it. And Bear says that's too much, and
too expensive,
and they aren't gonna find invis.
Oh, with Dusk, that is brutal.
Yeah, no, that is
and
brutal.
Photo Chat. I mean, there's so many good jokers to copy for Rarran. Not being able to find, a copy for berries.
And the decisions
so
over the course of this game that have led to this exact moment in the shop, missing out on that reroll voucher and selling business card. Either of those two things done differently, and I think Bear finds this.
Right?
Yeah, and
I would agree. It comes down to those tiny decisions. In this case, I think a rather large decision of selling an Econ Joker over a little bit of scoring, but, the setup for that on Rarran's side made the decision a little bit easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Rarran, another thing is I haven't seen the gold seal in Bear's deck ever. I think that's another one of the reasons Rarran's so far ahead in the shop is because they took this gold seal 3 earlier. I think Bear was not opening those standard packs. They didn't find the purple seal. That was because they wanted to pick up the holographic abstract and some other solid tempo scoring for the first PvP. But it's really, really costing them about now.
Yeah, and we see there, Rarran getting a plus $20, but not necessarily a plus 20 mult, so only a score of 3,000 on that first flush.
Yeah, absolutely. This PvP, who wins it is going to be decided by glass. Can Rarran find the glass card in the deck here? There's no longer the scary face that really catapulted Rarran's score above Bear's last PvP, but Bear already finding the glass. Even though it's a spade, it's fine because we have the sun card up top, so flush house already on the docket.
And even if we draw the glass card on the side of Rarran, I'm not sure it necessarily wins, just with that times 1.5x on the Lucky Cat.
And
like you said, we don't have those bonus chips. Yeah, exactly.
The thing we do have is we definitely have a flush house level on Rarran's side. I don't know if we do for Bear. And also all these enhancements. It looks like we're actually going for a flush 5. For Rarran.
And the greed, only discarding like 3 cards and still able to find the glass.
And we play it ahead of time. I was going to say this is a bit of a mistake because of turn order, but maybe Rarran thinking that they just want to play it, get the business card value as quick as possible. Level 3 flush house for Bear, even though Rarran plays normally the better hand, it doesn't matter. Bear's flush house is higher level. They might psych themselves out of playing this hand if they think they're going to lose, but I think 2 million, you see that score and you're like, and you look at your jokers and you look at the glass in your hand and you're like, you know what? I think I get there.
Yeah. This is just another instance where not having a calculator might make a player a little bit more nervous. I myself use the calculator quite a bit when I'm playing ranked Balatro, so I understand the hesitation from Bear here. You really don't know how much this is going to score.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely going to win just because we know has the exact same amount of 2x's as Rarran's hand, just with better levels, and also a Lucky Cat at 1.5 and a steal. Both glass cards going to break for Bear and Rarran. One on each side. And now, if Bear wants to win, they need to find a way to deal with this invis onto Photo Chat Dusk. It's very scary. I'm realizing more and more the more I cast that selling out of Photo Chat to isolate the invis onto the Dusk is a ranked play, and not so much a Major League Balatro play that you can make comfortably. Because Photo Chat is just so much stronger here. It's so powerful. I think the only time I could really justify it is, let's say I run into an idol in the shop. Maybe I can say if I have 2 Dusks and an idol that's going to beat Photo Chad, and then I can just roll back into Photo Chad, potentially. But it's very scary to do, so this invis is going to probably just be isolated onto the Photo Chad Dusk.
Yeah. And an interesting play from Rarran here, maybe considering magicianing some lower, not face cards, so we can play those for lucky hits. Maybe not as important. Maybe that would be more of a play for Bear, with the lucky cat. But I mean, here we could see Rarran punished if one of these hits +20.
Well, it did hit +20, but not the one that would get you in trouble. And Rarran lives in this blind even longer to generate even more value.
We're seeing a lot less chatting this match than in the Bean Raffle match.
Yeah, I am, on my setup, I can't actually listen to the players. I should really figure out how to fix that. And there's probably a very easy fix, but...
But, I mean, you're not missing much, I will say. I was tuning in for a bit, and almost no words were said, so...
Got you. Yeah, I mean, heading into this next PvP, I mean, we still have a big blind left to play. Of course, anything could happen. But unless there is some crazy Joker decisions, some crazy incorrect Joker decisions, Rarran is very likely just favored. The glass card broke for both of these players. It looks like the overlay is saying they both still have 1, though. But an extra photo, an extra chat, an extra dusk all go a very long way. Alright, and now the question is, when does Rarran rip this invis? Because it is, it's scary, because the second you sell this invis, you have to get rid of this business card. I don't think you can justify holding on to 2 business cards. Hack showing up in the shot, that is better than the Photo Chad setup, specifically if you have flush 5 glass of hackable cards, but that is a long way in the making. And not much time left in the game, only 2 lives to 3. We're gonna pass up on that one. Midas Mask passed up 6 cents. Now this could be a reason to sell out of that business card and isolate. If you really want to get the 6 cents procs, this could be the excuse you're looking for. Also, Rarran, I didn't even realize this. They already decided that they were going to do it in this shot, because look, they replaced the business card with the hallucination. Here comes the... Never mind, no invis rip. I was waiting a little bit longer.
Gonna say, we could, I mean, use this 6 cents for a bit. Like you said, we already sold out of the business card. And then maybe, if we find a red seal or we find a better Joker, maybe that's a better time to rip the invis once we know we have something we want to buy for scoring.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, it's just the only Joker I could see in the shop, I think, that would make me want to rip on the Dusk would be Idol. I think Ancient maybe a little bit too weak. Just Photo Chat very, very strong. So there needs to be something incredible, really, to justify ripping onto only the Dusk. And if we run into let's say we run into an Idol. Well, okay, I'm trying to think what the situation would be where we would be punished for doing this. Huh. I guess it would require you to have like an extra Joker slot. Yeah, I guess when you have 5 Jokers, there's not really a way, is there? Hold on.
Doing a different kind of math here. Rarran electing to keep his death, not using it on the purple. Looking for something else. And again, Rarran with no business card, both players on the same, no econ jokers footing, and with the shop resetting this ante, any sort of lead that Rarran might have had there is sort of equalized.
Yeah, equalized a little bit. There's still the permanent advantage of the rerolls just being less expensive for Rarran.
Mm-hmm.
And
of course that invis.
Yeah. And the invis, absolutely. Man, I really just thought Rarran just decided to rip the invis there because I would rather, in all seriousness, I would rather have the business card than 6 cents here. Every time you use that 6 cents, you are gambling on some very specific spectrals at this point. I would say a talisman would justify it because you have the Chad and the Dusk. If you can get talisman on your cards of choice, that could be phenomenal. Cryptid would probably justify it. You can cryptid some glass. Of course, the Deja Vu. I mean, maybe you could use a blue seal at this point, but that one's not going to be super impactful anymore. But other than those ones, oh, and of course Immolate. I think those are the main ones that you're looking for in this situation. And if you don't hit any of those specifically, which is less than 50%, you could be very punished. And we missed in the last small blind, and I guess just the big blind here. We missed in the big blind, and in this PvP, okay, looks like we're just gonna sell out of 6 cents. We might be ISOing the invis to pick up the driver's license.
Yeah, and I mean, any hit here is not awful. I mean, it gives him a big advantage in this PvP. Oh, that is nice. I think
Dusk is it's not the best hit right now, but it will be the best hit the longer the game goes on.
And another interesting choice here, this DNA could be used to copy glass, but if we pick it up over this 3x, it might cost us the PvP with Bear's Cat on 2.25x.
Yeah, absolutely. The DNA here has the chance to be massive for Rarran, but the problem is it provides no immediate benefit in the PvP. If we use the DNA, we're not actually creating more glass cards for that PvP because we're playing one already. And Rarran's going to pass it up, deciding we need to win the game right now.
Yeah, and I mean, being down a life, 3-2 with the next PvP, maybe putting you down to 1. That decision kind of definitely makes sense. Maybe a little bit more urgency to try to get some scoring to take a life back here.
All right, Justice Fool for Rarran. That's going to be 2 glass cards minimum. Bear sitting here with, overlay says 0 glass cards in the deck. If that's correct, then this death is not actually going to matter.
Yeah, this should just be a win in this PvP for Rarran, but maybe if Bear can take turn order, he can force Rarran to play a little bit more of that glass.
Absolutely. And this is why turn order is so important. I mean, if you watched the Bean 10K tournament, you saw the really good players forcing turn order over the smallest of potential advantages. But here in Major League Balatro, the advantages to be had are much greater with glass.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, this is a great hand from Rarran. I think this is, I can't tell if this is a turn order hand or if he just played that to get luckies, but he knows what he wants to do in this PvP, and that's play a flush house with as much glass as possible, or a flush 5 with as much glass as possible, but he's gonna make sure he's gonna get as much information as possible out of Bear first.
And some great lucky hits.
Yeah, wow. Phenomenal lucky hits. All right. Bear getting that same Grim hit, running into the Sixth Sense a little bit later than Rarran, and Rarran doesn't have it anymore to see what the second hit would have been. That Invis taking that Joker slot where the Sixth Sense is for Bear right now. And here's a 4 of a kind draw. There's the flush 5 for Rarran here. I mean, Bear's gonna put up a decent score. Don't get me wrong, and it's gonna force out some of this glass from Rarran, but with some quick math, some quick thinking, Rarran might be able to convince himself to maybe play a 3 of a kind or a 4 of a kind instead of the full flush 5. Risk a little bit less glass.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, with a plus 20 hit could do a lot of work here for Bear. Obviously not more than glass, but maybe forcing Rarran to play a little bit more of the glass than they otherwise would.
Absolutely. Flush house, definitely a decent level. Just, you really need glass to compete at this point in the game, and with 0 in the deck, it's just not even going to be close. I mean, it's all about how much Rarran thinks he needs to play here, though.
Yeah. No mult hits.
No, people asking if Rarran could fight a coyote. My question is, can he defeat the bear that's right in front of him?
I mean, personally, I would rather fight a coyote than a bear. But Rarran obviously choosing the alternative here today.
Alright, Rarran really considering here how much glass do you need to use. I think it's definitely obvious that you don't need to play a flush 5. 4 of a kind absolutely clears. The question for me personally would be, I have Double Dusk, I have Photo Chad. Can I just play a 3 of a kind and win? That's what I want to know. And I think the answer is yes. That my instincts say you can just play this 3 of a kind and win. But it's just on the edge. I'm not quite sure.
And Rarran taking some time now to do some math, being told by Bear that math is banned. We'll see if he decides to continue. Counting on the fingers now.
And we're playing the flush 5. I don't think we were ever going to be thinking about the 3 of a kind. I mean, Rarran's going to see the score that was putting up and probably have a little bit of regrets.
He already saying this was for sure enough. I should have not done this. And no breaks.
Yeah, no. Oh my, second invis? And the driver's license blocked into it. Are we serious? What is this? Bear doesn't see the second invis because it's a driver's license on their side. What?
Oh my gosh.
That
of course
crazy.
it's a second invis. I mean, they're up on glass.
Driver's license. Wait. A second driver's license. There's another driver's license afterwards. If we pick up the driver's license, it might block into something.
Oh my god. How many rares are in this seed?
I don't know. It's crazy. Wait.
Tough to...
We might pick up this driver's license and see a blueprint or something that Rarran doesn't see.
It's tough because it's not even online yet. We're 6 cards away on Bear's side from having this driver's license be online.
Absolutely. I mean, to be honest, though, I think we have room for it. This Lucky Cat isn't great. I guess it's going to be better than the driver's license in a second. Is that 3.5x? Okay, never mind. It just is.
It's 3.5, yeah.
Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to do it then. I would like to see 6 cents sold for business card, but maybe if you're Bear here, you're thinking, oh man, I gotta play to my outs and I don't have many. I need to find a red seal. That's how I win this game.
And right here with a strength on 2 5s, potentially more hits for the 6 cents.
Yeah,
and they decide to. Oh, wait.
We going for the strength of the Hangman. I don't know. I don't think the 6 cents is long for this world, but
I mean that's very fair.
And yeah,
going for the Hangman.
Making a very committal decision there.
Yes. then maybe we could sell this Sixth Sense and pick up the driver's license. I just don't know if
I think
they decide to do that.
I think if you're Bear here, driver's license isn't what's gonna win or lose you the next PvP. Of course, I would love to see what the next driver's license blocked into, but I just can't see the caliber of player Bear is picking up this driver's license. It's not gonna do enough. If we need anything in the shop here, it's the business card.
Yeah, I mean, unless he has the seed pulled up on the second monitor. Hold on.
Yeah, no. Business card selling the Lucky Cat
Over the Lucky Cat.
And, I mean, what did we get rid of for the Lucky Cat in the first place? Wasn't it the business card? So
yes.
So we are kind of
hitting the
undo button.
I believe originally we got rid of business card for trading card, and then trading card.
And then trading card. So like in a very long-winded roundabout way, yes.
Yes. Yes. And driver's license back again. Unfortunate.
Yeah, and here, Rarran, it's interesting, because a lot of times we say don't roll with Invis Joker. I think here is a unique situation where it's completely fine. You're just allowed to roll with Invis Joker. Because if you find a mail-in rebate, or you find a business card or something along those lines that you'd want to pick up, but you can't rip the Invis onto, well, you were never going to take those anyway because your Joker slots are full. Photo Chad, too powerful to give up on. So rolling here, we're mainly looking for something like an Ancient Joker or something like a Idol, in which case we would prefer it to be on the lineup, so that we could potentially hit it with our Invis Joker. So really, if anything, you can get rewarded for rolling with Invis here.
Yeah, I mean, the only way that it gets tough is if, I guess, I don't know, if we find some sort of like Ancient or Idol or something like that, and we're not sure what to sell, but I mean, it might just be selling the Invis.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, it's hard to say.
I think if a blueprint came up, I would sell Chad, personally.
Yeah, because having 2 triggers of that photograph with the Dusk would be more scoring than what we have right now.
Yeah.
I believe. Someone asked, is there a way for Bear to come back? What do you think the line is for Bear here?
So Bear needs the next few shops to be phenomenal, basically. The next shops need... The thing is, Rarran has much higher quality jokers than Bear, but they are limited by the same amount of Joker slots as Bear here as well. So if suddenly every single Joker in the shop is phenomenal, if we see Blueprint Brainstorm, for example, come up right now, Rarran can pick up the Blueprint Brainstorm, but notice how they're gonna have to sell out of a Dusk, or they're gonna have to sell out of one of their other premium Jokers, while Bear can just replace some of their moderately good Jokers that aren't too insane. So that would absolutely even things up here. So you really want the next shops to be phenomenal because it is better for Bear than for Rarran. That is how Bear comes back here. Also, I mean, this is Balatro. There's any number of things that could occur. Maybe a crazy spectral skip into Deja Vu, or maybe I mean, Bear has this Sixth Sense at any point in time that could pay off here. Considering a Vagabond maybe over the business card, I'm not gonna lie, it is interesting, but I guess it could give you the glass cards you're in desperate need of, right? I mean, these deaths just not doing much at all here, and he picks up the Vagabond.
Oh, a dice on Rarran's side. I mean, as a cat enjoyer myself, I would have loved that with a cat, but probably not the right play to hold on to it.
And here's a Soul in Arcana, and now Rarran has to make a very difficult choice.
Oh, this is tough. This is tough.
Oh, this is along the same lines of what I was talking about. I mean, you need these next shops to have crazy things in them. If this Soul is bad. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I see this Soul and I am upset in Rarran's position. I think I might even skip it because it's a 1-4 that you just lose the game, but it's a 3-4 that you win if you pass.
Right.
So it's weird.
Oh.
It's Trib. It's literally only Tribulea that punishes the skip here.
Yeah. And it's tough too, because I mean, this is, you know, what we were just talking about. This could put Bear in a much better position. Bear could just sell Sixth Sense or Vagabond here for this Soul, whereas Rarran might have to sell some of his scoring. It could put Bear ahead, even being down a Dusk.
Yeah, even being down multiple Dusks. Well, I mean, yeah, down a Dusk, and the Invis could hit another one as well.
Exactly.
And Bear picked up the Vagabond. Wait,
it.
Bear picked up the Vagabond, but we don't seem to be playing for it.
I think we might have gotten a lucky hit. I think we might have entered with $3.
No, because we just played one hand. Now we're down to 4.
Oh, yeah.
We only have 5 hands. So, but yeah, I mean, same thing I was saying earlier. If you're going to sell anything on Rarran's lineup, I was talking about for potentially a blueprint, I'd probably sell Chad. If Rarran's going to sell something for this Soul, and I believe Rarran is content pilled enough to take this Soul, I think it might kill him not to. It's probably going to be the Chad sell.
And I mean, theoretically, it could be Photograph. If we find a bad Soul here, we could just sell it and rip the Invis, hoping for another Dusk. With Glass, 3 Dusk might be stronger than holding on to, you know, a Chad, but... Or rather, sorry, a Chad and 2 Invis over the Photo.
Yeah, but again, think about the hits. You have Perkeo. You have... Okay, what is it going to be? It's a Yorick! It's a Yorick! It's...
Oh no!
That is
so bad.
That is so bad. And out of tilt, he just rips the Invis! There's no reason to rip the Invis yet. He just rips it, and it hits Photograph. Oh my god!
Oh.
And
Okay,
now Bear
here
has to make a decision, and it is still a difficult decision, but it's nowhere near as difficult. You can get out of the Sixth Sense or the Vagabond here, whichever one you dislike more. And I mean, gonna use the Soul here because there is that chance at Tribulate to just win the game. It is Yorick, so it's not gonna be useful. It's gonna be $10 deeper into the shop. Oh my god, up 2 Invises, and Rarran might still lose this game because of that Soul. I mean, I think they're definitely favored for this PvP, but...
Yes.
But suddenly, I mean, Bear has Photo Chad, which isn't as strong as 2 photos, but...
No. But still, I mean... A couple spooky decisions for Rarran to kind of change the game a little bit. And that's, I mean, for me, part of the appeal of the Major League Balatro, you know, resetting shop queue. You know, that's part of the appeal, is that, you know, some players get ahead and some players get behind. We're not seeing and picking up the exact same jokers, so it creates for some fun moments like this.
Yeah, absolutely. Dice in the shop here for Bear. We do have a good amount of luckies in the deck. We might consider picking that up over the Yorick. Only potential problem is with the Vagabond. You don't necessarily want to make the money mid-blind, but I think people get too worried about running Econ Jokers with Vagabond. They're like, oh, if I make money mid-blind, then my Vagabond isn't going to work anymore. Okay, well, take a look at your other Tarot Generation Jokers, Superposition, or Hallucination or Cartomancer. They're going to generate tarot cards on average about 1 per blind, maybe a little bit more. A Vagabond, even if you only get 3 hands off of the Vagabond and then make some money off the lucky cards, that's still way better than your average Tarot Generation Joker. So it's really not that big of a deal. It just feels a little bit bad because maybe you could have generated more value, but it's important to keep on mind that that's a lot of value for 1 Joker slot, even if you don't hit the maximum.
Oof. And this, I mean, again, another PvP that should go in Rarran's direction.
Absolutely. I mean, double Dusk with the double photo. The lineup could be better right now, but it certainly isn't worse than Bear's lineup. And also look at the amount of glass in the deck. I believe I did see one glass in Bear's deck. It was like a glass 2 or something, not necessarily what we're playing into. We also have the Justice card up top. But Rarran's just going to have a full hand of glass. I mean, 4 in the deck, Justice card up top as well.
Rarran just talking in the PvP here about how they might not have made the right play in the blind. Not sure what they should have done.
Yeah.
Probably wanted a chat over $10.
Full Justice, that's going to help with part of Bear's glass problem. Turn order is going to be super impactful here for both of these players. I mean, Bear does not want to play the only glass cards that they have in the deck, especially with the bird's eye view that we have. We know there's just no shot that it's going to win. So if Rarran gets turn order, forces Bear to try their hardest to win this blind when they don't even have a chance in the first place, potentially break both of their glass cards so they don't have a death target anymore, that could seal the deal, just getting the turn order for Rarran. But looks like we're more focused on just assembling our flush 5 of glass. Bear could try to do something here, maybe a full house, but not going for it yet. I don't really like that Bear committed the Justice and the Fool so early. Well, I guess we have the Vagabond, so that's why. Never mind, that does make sense. But I was gonna say the problem with it is now we're stuck to holding on to these jacks for the rest of this blind, so that's an effective -2 hand size to work with for getting potential turn order or drawing the hand that we need. 2,500 points though, and 2 hands to go. It shouldn't be too hard to force Rarran to play first.
Yeah, and I mean, holding not only the glass, but also these steel cards will make it a little bit tough to draw our jacks, but I mean, we do it anyway.
Yeah, we do draw the jacks, but I mean, we weren't going to need them here. The turn order is now on Rarran. Rarran has to play first, and Bear will know not to risk the glass, hopefully. They might think they have a chance.
They should. They should now. I mean, 2 Dusks and 2 Photographs is going to be a lot of points.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Rarran was very quick to replace the 5th Joker slot that they accidentally destroyed with a business card. So, I mean, ideally for them, they just roll into a Chad with the money that they're going to be generating every blind with 2 Dusks and the business card. And then they'll just be off to the races again.
Yeah, and I mean, no breaks again. You know, still up 2 glass and not punished for having to play them first. It's pretty unlucky for Bear.
Yeah, Bear here again in the same situation. They need to decide, do I have a chance of winning here? The answer is no, but they do not necessarily know that. Death card showing up here along with this Devil to give us a little bit of money on the way out.
But do you prioritize maybe the money of the gold card or the deck fixing of the extra glass?
I think we definitely need more glass right now. Devil getting thrown down here. Another discard probably going to come out for Bear here. They do not want to death a face card into a face card. Ideally, they find a better death target, but the fact that they're only willing to discard 1 at a time tells me they're holding on to a hand that they're going to try to play.
Oh.
And they're loading up the cannon here. Oh no, this is a big mistake. I mean, the thing is, Rarran, Rarran, they did not get a single glass break in that 5-card hand, so this is unlikely to be too punishing for Bear. But we will see. I mean, it's just so hard to know what you score. It's just so hard to be certain if you will win or if you will lose. And that is about a 100x difference in score. 10 billion to 100 million.
Probably about the difference of another Dusk, I would say.
Something like that. And the Dusk is like 32x mult, and then you add another photo on top. Well, 64.
So we're just...
I don't know.
It's close.
It's around there. Alright, mail-in rebate in the shop. Rarran decides to pass up on it for this business card. Without Chad, I think rebate would have been a little bit better, but it really doesn't matter too much as long as we get a 5-card hand with both Dusks. That is on average $15, and then every single hand we play after is going... every single hand we play before, however many face cards, is going to be $1 expected value per face card played. For Bear, this should be an easy pickup. I mean, the number one thing we need to worry about right now is better jokers. I feel like a lot of people, again, get very scared to run something like Vagabond with a mail-in rebate. But it is very possible. You just have to hold on to those rebate cards until you're done playing 4 out of 5 hands, and then you go on your discard rampage to draw your mail and rebate cards, discard them, and find your best hand to play, and then play it. And just miss out on 1 tarot card per blind, and I would absolutely give up on 1 tarot card for all the money a mail and rebate brings.
Yes, I mean, just getting back up to that interest cap and still getting 4 tarots is really strong. Another thing I'm noticing here is we're still holding on to this Yorick. Okay, there it goes, $10. I wasn't sure. It looked like we were hesitating on that decision, but obviously, like you said, we're 100x behind. A couple on Yorick is not going to make the difference.
Business card could be more money for Bear, but it is admittedly a lot more awkward with Vagabond, because with the Chad, you want to play multiple hands that are each giving money, and that is the metric that you use to get tarot cards, is hands. So... oh my gosh, oops, all 6s. Oh. Okay, I mean, I'm getting out of the Vagabond here. That is way too much money.
We already have most of the glass we would need, and with the money from the oops and the business card, we theoretically will be able to find the tarots we need.
Now, I
mean, Dice 8-Ball in the shop, Zeno's got to be drooling.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he would take the 8-Ball here, but...
No.
Yeah, I mean, Dice, business card, 8-Ball, the gang's all here.
Me, Zeno, me hungry for tarot. Well, you know what can help you get tarots is a 2 out of 2 on the business card chance.
Absolutely, and I believe there was a tarot merchant earlier this game. I don't know if Bear has it or not. The vouchers don't seem to be properly updated on their side of things, but we definitely know Rarran passed it. But yeah, Oops All Sixes business card, that is one of the money printing combos. You play that with lucky face cards, and you are generating on average $4.6 per trigger, which is a lot of money. That actually outclasses Golden Ticket. The only reason it is Golden Ticket is worse is because, I mean, the business card Oops All Sixes takes up 2 Joker slots instead of Golden Ticket's 1.
And it's also important to note that, I mean, it does take up 2 slots, but we don't necessarily need both slots for it to be econ generation. If we're able to find some, you know, scoring that might outweigh the 2 out of 2 chance on the business card, we could always sell dice and hold on to the business card as sort of a half and half.
Yeah, but then it just scores less than Golden Ticket, which is what my point was. But like,
yes,
I think like if you found like a Bloodstone, for example, then you could argue that the business card only takes up 1 slot because the dice is actually necessary for our scoring build, right?
Yes. And I mean, a Bloodstone here would be huge for Bear.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, that's the number one thing they're looking for right now. Bloodstone and Idol. Those are the big two, and they should be no. I mean, I guess they're with the dice business card, they should be making more money than Rarran here. I mean, Rarran with the double dusk, with the luckies, certainly not printing no money, but just not as much as Bear here. They should see farther in these shops. I mean, they've already rolled 9 times, and they're still in the small blind shop. They have another blind to go.
Exactly. Picking up the Polychrome 6. Works with the Dusk. Could be played in a flush house with our Glass Jacks.
8-ball showing up again.
Definitely because Zeno's here, writing the script himself.
Yeah, I mean, Bear really... Okay, they sell out of the business card. This is a very committal move here. I don't think I like it. I mean, again, we have perfect knowledge of both players' setups. We know that no amount of deck fixing is getting there. There's not a red seal that needs to be strength. There's not a... you can't fix your deck into a PvP win in this situation. No amount of tarot cards is going to get you there. Unless you get Temperance Hermit from this 8-ball, you'd rather wish that you had a lot of money.
Right. I think I would agree. I mean, a couple tarot cards we could roll and see tarot cards and possibly jokers that could help us win.
I mean, look, it's not necessarily like, okay, I don't want to undersell it by saying a couple tarot cards, because this is more than a couple. This is a lot. We have dice, Chad, 8-ball. Okay, that is so many tarot cards that you are basically guaranteeing yourself a flush 5 of glass in PvP. Well, I guess it's definitely not guaranteed, but it's likely, and I think that's why Bear is making this play. But we just need a joker. Like the problems is that we just don't have the jokers. We don't have the joker quality that Rarran has with the double invis. So.
Oh, and Rarran with the scary face there, really trying to just end this right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the play. Oh my god, Idol showing up. It's a 10 of hearts. But Rarran still has another blind to play according to the overlay. Death card. Justice.
I believe. Oh.
I mean, yes, you could sell out of it in the big blind if it doesn't hit, but at 2 lives, you have plenty of time to make this thing work. If it doesn't work in the next PvP, it's very likely to work in the one after. With Overstock and I mean the reroll voucher on top of that, I mean we are seeing a lot of tarot cards. Look at that deck as well. So many King of Hearts.
9 kings and 8 jacks as well.
Yep.
Both great hits.
Okay, well, the overlay was wrong. They were not in the small blinds.
They were, right.
It is just 10 of hearts, but what else is interesting is there is not anything incentivizing Rarran to go flush 5 instead of flush house. Rarran with this glass 10, like, well, they don't have a glass 10, but they have Justice Death upstairs. They can very easily just put the glass on a 10, death it, and then their score is so incredibly like the high end of their score is just so high, right? I mean that
yeah,
it's just unbeatable. And now Bear misses out on Bear misses out on the Idol because they picked up the 8-ball, didn't have enough money to roll for the Idol, and it's just game. It's just over.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what that idle hit could have been for Bear. If it was the glass jacks that we have in the deck, maybe there was a chance. But I think it was unlikely either way. Idle was how much reroll later? I don't know. I'm sorry. I would tell you, but the overlay is not functioning.
I think if you refresh the cache in OBS, it might update.
Refreshing?
I did that, and it kind of worked, and then I had to do some other things. So if it breaks, I can help, but we'll see.
It did not.
Okay. Go to the properties of the file.
Okay.
Delete the -2 from Balatro. Hit enter. It'll refresh. This is the wrong one. Go back and then add -2 after Balatro.
Okay. I will do that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you
No problem.
mess up your whole system.
Okay. Alright. It does seem like there's a bit more information on here. The rerolls have vanished, but
We are in the boss blind, but now their position is correct.
yeah, their position is correct at least. Alright.
I mean, both players kind of silent in this blind.
I'm very interested to see if Rarran goes for the justice on the 10 and the death. That would be a very good play. He sees it. I think we have more levels in Flush 5, but that does not matter when it comes to X-Molt re-triggers. All that matters is that you're getting the most of those you can possibly get. Flush House, lucky 10 first. Ow. Even this minor optimization is correct because that 10 is essentially the same as a glass card, but it comes with the benefit of potentially getting the lucky hit before the ×2 trigger.
Yeah, and I mean, with no Chad, there's no drawback to putting a lucky card first or not leading with a face card here.
Absolutely. And I mean, Rarran just being ahead in the shop most of this game is what is causing this this win here for Rarran. Finding both of those Invis Jokers, the first one Bear missed out on by 1 roll. And the second one, that was crazy that it was blocked into from the driver's license. That was actually insane. 2 Invis Jokers that Bear never got the opportunity to see. Actually crazy.
Yeah. Ooh. If Bear wants to hold the steal, they could. Yep, they're gonna guarantee it. But even that, we know, is not gonna be enough.
Yep, absolutely.
Do you have any guesses on the score here?
Give me E14 for Rarran. And give me E11 for Bear. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. E14. Yeah. I like that. Bear gonna sell the glass here the dice for a last-ditch judgment and to save their glass.
I mean, that's the move you gotta make. You definitely don't want to break this glass.
It could have been an idol.
Could have. And both hands being played at the same time. So it's E9 and then E12. Okay, so a slight overestimation on both sides here for me. But it's quite funny because if you go up by 2 E's on both sides, I'm exactly correct. So I had the difference in score perfect, but not quite the upper limit.
All right, and I mean, we're going to 1-1 here.
1-1.
One of the first game 3s I've seen that, isn't a 2-0.
Bear taking Rarran into the Coliseum here. saying, you don't just gotta fight me, you gotta fight the blinds. Let's see how well you do.
Yeah, and I mean, we're on Checkered deck again, but it's going to be theoretically a completely different game.
Absolutely, and look at this Fibonacci in the shop stickerless taunting you because you know how powerful that can be, but it's too expensive and you can't afford it. Eternal rental.
Oh.
Riffraff.
This is a tough one.
Oh my goodness.
I'm taking the double tag.
I agree with you there. I think that you can 100% take this Riffraff and win the game because of it. For the record, this Riffraff has the chance to give a generational payout, but the fact that it's rental is very scary. I mean, because one of the benefits of Riffraff is, I mean, it's technically an econ joker in the sense that it generates you jokers that you can sell, and sometimes it generates you these stickerless econ jokers that you want, like a faceless or a rebate is the big one. Of course, Photo Chad also possible. Rarran, I didn't even realize it. The next skip is a rare.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I mean, this could definitely influence the decision making, but now Rarran needs to beat the next blind in two hands. Shouldn't be much of a problem because this is Checkered deck.
Yes, I was just gonna say, Surely Bear realizes that there's a skip here and does the same. They also took the double tag here, maybe valuing Paintbrush a little bit higher than two rares. We'll see how good they are.
I mean, that Paintbrush
both
can
perishable.
Be very powerful. Yeah, I mean, $8 of sell value, I suppose.
This is true.
Considering this Sun card, thinking maybe Flush House could matter. And finally, we decide to go in the standard pack. That is a commitment saying I am not going to be able to afford this reroll voucher. I think that is going to indicate the rare skip coming through for Bear here. Definitely not my pick of the litter here for these rare jokers. I mean, I think this Hit the Road and Baron could be phenomenal if they weren't perishable. That's what makes rare skips so risky on these higher stakes, is 30% chance for any of the stickers of Eternal, Rental, Perishable. Personally, I'm not too worried about the Eternal sticker. It's not something I would worry about too much. I mean, of course, I'd rather have a non-Eternal duo than an Eternal one, but if I see Eternal Trio or Eternal, maybe even Eternal Baron, I'm not too worried about it. But the fact that these are not going to help me in the long term is the real scary part. And then Rental, it's just so hard to justify. Rental skip, Rarran double skipping again for the double tag and the 2 Mega Buffoon packs. Eternal Stencil in this pack. Wow. I mean,
this is crazy.
That is
what a difference from the last game.
That is a crazy play here. Crafty Joker, possible to pick up here, could be a lot of scoring. And now there's a basic Eternal Riffraff here. That one looks a lot better, especially since we know our entire Joker lineup is going to die on us.
Yes, and I mean, we were just talking last game about how strong Photo Chat is with these MLBA rules.
Yeah, and Bear looking at the same skips. No
and he
shot.
Doesn't know. I mean, he sees selecting blind for a long time, but they don't know that Rarran double skipped because they're not waiting for PvP.
And they're going into the blind. So this is a beatable blind for Balenos Bear here. They need to hit either this lucky proc or maybe find another jack. Even 3 flushes with a single 1.5x Joker will cut it for Balenos Bear here. Not going to be a problem.
Now for Rarran, you also got to think, like, we've only played a blind, but we've skipped a lot, so the scoring is going to start to increase on us pretty quickly. We kind of need some base malt. I mean, if we were sitting in Anti-3 shop, we might need this abstract or this riffraff.
Yeah. Everything in this seed is perishable, man. Going into this Arcana pack looking for some answers. Here's a Hermit. That's at least a consolation prize, giving you a little bit of money, but Balenos Bear going for the aggressive line on Gold Stake, Checkered, picking up that glass card instead. Bear thinking, what about the single skip for the Mega Buffoon pack? This one I don't hate as much, but it's still a risk. Finding 2 jacks immediately, that's a phenomenal draw. We'll probably be getting out of this blind in 2 or 3 flushes. I think 3. Yep.
And Rarran here still thinking about what to do. I mean, this is game defining, game deciding.
Yeah.
It's an important choice.
And we're going to go seeing double. What's the third option? Is it the hallucination or is it the riffraff? Or is it even potentially the abstract for some base molt for the PvP? Selling the sly means it's an eternal riffraff.
All right. Oh, and a rental hanging Chad.
I mean, that's something you gotta take. It's too powerful.
And it's something that could show up stickerless for Rarran here with a good riffraff roll.
Absolutely. Rarran really wants to see some base molt out of this riffraff as soon as possible. Bear, considering opening the spectral ahead of time for maximum information. If there is a Wraith in this pack, are you ever ripping it, I suppose, is the question. On gold stake, if you're about to pick up a rental Chad, maybe not. You really need that bit of cushion from the rental stealing your money every round.
And Rarran not even going to press the timer here. 360 seconds.
I mean, really, what's
give some
the point?
Information to Bear. Exactly. And I mean, also maybe, cryptid on the glass.
Wow. That is a phenomenal
That is
pickup.
strong.
Yeah. I mean, really wishing this was a choose 2 here so we could get blue seal glass. But you can't have everything you want in this world. And but now we just have a Chad with 3 glass cards in the deck. You know, before I was a little bit confused why we took the Justice, because it didn't really feel like there was much potential for it to do anything at all. But now that we found this Chad, now that we find that Cryptid for much easier draws in the PvP. Alright, but what's in the riffraff, depending on what's there, could be bad news for Balenos Bear. That is a smiley face. Any amount of base molt could potentially take this PvP. It really just depends on how powerful this glass is going to be. Yeah, and here's the first flush played. Every flush Rarran plays is going to be stronger until some jacks get discarded, until we start using some glass. The smiley face for base molt is just going to allow just a lot more points. Yeah, and I'm not sure if the players are discussing the skips or any of their crazy decision making here, but if Bear knows that Rarran took that crazy skip into the double buffoon mega buffoon pack, then they should know they probably don't have a good chance of winning here, despite the rental Chad with the glass. I mean, even an abstract Joker just wins for Rarran here almost every time.
Rarran is saying that this is a Giga Seed.
Man, Rarran just really not playing into flushes. I think they're trying to play one big hand with as many face cards as possible, one big flush, but feels like that's maybe not the play when your chips are reliant on you playing flushes, right? I mean, you have this, is it Droll Joker? No, that's the Molt version. Crafty. I think it's Crafty upstairs.
Yep.
You would maybe prefer to just play a bunch of flushes with a little bit of base mold at all, but it really doesn't matter. Unless we see some magic from Bear over here, we're going to get 4 instances of 2x, so 2 to the power 4 is times 16. 4 times 16 is going to be higher molt than Rarran got in that flush, but that Crafty Joker is going to put in a lot of work. I think if Bear wants to win this, I think they actually need to put the Chad on the lucky and hope for a molt hit and then trigger the glass afterwards.
Ooh, a Royal Flush is pretty good though. Better mult than just a regular one.
Oh, this might do it. And this solves the chips issue as well. You don't need that crafty joker, and it wins. Wow.
Oh my goodness, saving the jack. And now a mail-in rebate. Some econ here.
This is very punishing for Rarran. This is very bad for Rarran. They really needed the mail-in rebate to come out of the riffraff, not the shop, because now that Bear has that, the cost of holding onto this rental Chad is very, very diminished. Also, there's not going to be as much of a problem beating the base blinds when we have this Lusty as well. It is perishable, but the mail-in rebate going to give us a little bit of time to find what we need.
A red seal glass right there, kind of equalizing what Bear was able to do in that first ante with the cryptid on the glass.
Yeah, we'll see if Bear is more comfortable potentially going into the standard pack, despite it putting you at $0 because the mail-in rebate. Again, shouldn't be any real issues beating the blinds here. All right, Runner Jimbo, not quite what you're looking for if you're Rarran.
Not exactly. And I mean, it's also important to note that this rebate could be strong as well because Econ is just more jokers, and Rarran right now is -1 joker slot, and kind of needs to keep these open slots until you get something like Photo Chad to make it really worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the red seal glass. Bear spending down to $0, I think quite wisely, because the rebate allows you to justify it, and they end up finding the red seal glass and are rewarded.
Oh, and we're finding our 3s here.
Yeah, and I wonder what Rarran's solution to beat this blind is. I think a flush with 15 extra base mult from the face cards is not going to be enough. It should score about 1,500, 1,800, I guess it is. So they're going to need another one of those. But yeah, I guess they just need a 400 point hand. So a single heart draw here gets them out.
There we go.
Bear trying to figure out what hand they can play that gets as close to winning as possible without quite winning, to really get the most juice out of this mail-in rebate possible. This 4 of a kind, I don't actually know if it wins. No, it's short 2,148, and that is great news for Bear. He did not want to win. And look at Throwback for Rarran. Wait, hold on.
Oh.
1.75x, guys. We've skipped 3 times. It's 1.75x.
And now we can skip more and justify it.
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is, it's only 1.75, and there's better things to find in the riffraff. I don't know.
Exactly.
Man, they really need to buff this Joker. I think the thing is, if they buff this Joker, white stake speedrunning will never fully recover, because it will just be like whoever finds the throwback sooner. But I mean, it's just not really viable in even in single player. It feels really, really difficult to pick up.
And now Rarran maybe considering, no, we're going to go for a roll and look for something better. I mean, the throwback is enough to maybe win this PvP with the base malt from the smiley face. But I mean, we were kind of struggling to get out there. It might be a little bit tougher here with the gold stake blind scaling.
Yeah. Bear also going to choose the throwback, not because of the 1.25x, but because of the higher sell value. It's probably too late for a rental rocket. Maybe ante 1 you can justify a rental rocket, but it's still very hard to pick up.
And there's no way we're considering another skip on Rarran's side, right?
Oh my god.
Surely not.
Hey, what was the orbital tag? I missed it. What was the orbital tag?
It was 4 of a kind levels.
Okay, hold on. We have a strength. I don't even.
Oh, and there goes the riffraff.
I don't.
The
rebate?
The rebate, sorry.
Okay, but hold on. Let me talk about why I don't hate this skip from Rarran, okay? We have the strength card up top, okay? We have the strength card up top, so it's very likely we actually draw this 4 of a kind for Rarran here of face cards. And 4 of a kind has some crazy scaling on it. So if we can draw it, that could easily be a knockout punch for this PvP. I definitely don't like selling the rebate here. I think at this point, if you're going to skip for that orbital tag, you just rely on the 4 of a kind draw with the throwback. But I mean,
yeah, it is econ, and I mean, this is, you know, a difference from last game where we saw Rarran taking the econ lead here. Now maybe giving the chance for Bear to take it with this rebate.
Well, I think this is why we see Bear put Rarran on gold stake here. I mean, I think this is why Bear made the decision to go gold stake in the first place, because they knew Rarran would probably do something similar to this. Rarran booted up Crossy Road.
There's no way, bro.
While Bear is in the shop for the entertainment value. Dang, wait, why is he actually kind of good at it, though?
Yeah, wait, what?
Wait, why
I mean,
is
you
he
gotta keep the
clean
viewers
with
engaged. Whoa, look at this. Okay. Oh, this is bad.
Oh,
the backstep.
Unlucky, bro. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
All right, on Bear's side of the screen, we're not crossing roads. We are selling our
picking up
debuff hit the road,
polychromes.
actually.
And I mean, if we want to pick up this Polychrome 4, it's not the worst. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty
mean,
good. We could strength some 3s and maybe try to play for some 4s.
Yeah, we have the Chad. I mean, it's not as good as the glass card, but it'll do the job for now. Wrathful Joker, considering it, but likely to be skipped. No, we're going to buy it here because, I mean, it's not perishable if we run out of scoring from the Lusty. All right.
I mean, we do get... I guess the flush is not that great because we're not going to be able to play a flush 5 here.
I mean, yeah, the flush isn't great, but yeah, it's really the 4 of a kind we're looking for, but that Crafty Joker isn't the worst. I mean, it gives us decent throwaway hands. Like, this flush, since it's leveled up with the extra chips, is going to be quite solid. 2016 to 2000. Barely getting the turn order here.
I mean, even with all that base malt from both of the Jokers on Bear's side, just some extra chips and levels able to make up the difference.
Yeah, I think Rarran, with those levels, their best play here is to build into that Red Seal 3, right? You just go for strength the 2s into the 3s, play 4 of a kind with the Red Seal Glass, and I don't think there's a single way you can lose this PvP with all those levels you just got. I think Orbital Tag is one of those tags that people don't realize is good until you see the real impact on the run here. And I think it's definitely scary for Rarran because we don't have a super fixed deck, but because of the strength card, we should have the draw almost guaranteed. And though this is looking scary.
Looks like we're valuing that smiley face a little bit too high. Discarding a 3. We do draw the 4 of a kind, but not with the glass 3.
I mean, it should probably still be enough. Look at the chips on that bad boy. 150 times 16 with the ×2 throwback. I think Rarran just has this PvP. I mean, we'll see. There is glass on Bear's side with additional base malt. I'm not sure what the levels look like. It's just base levels.
Oof.
And yeah, I mean, I think Rarran just has this, barring some strange like strength into flush house angle that I'm not quite seeing.
With no hands and no discards. Oh, very close.
Yeah, but not enough. In throwback into the orbital tag skip pays off for Rarran in this PvP. But now they're gonna have to draw their 4 of a kind, which is going to be difficult. Drunkard, Eternal Rental. If that was stickerless, even if that's just rental, I'm probably picking that up because, well, again, we're so reliant on this 4 of a kind draw.
Yeah, and I mean, even though it's rental, we could still maybe get value out of it for a blind or 2.
Strength in the pack here. Unfortunately, there's a couple of jacks, no 10s. You know,
we do have 6 jacks in the deck, so the odds aren't the worst.
What do you think the chances are that Rarran ends up skipping some more for the throwback? I mean, if they can't figure out a way to beat these blinds, they might end up just skipping. No 4 of a kind level in the Celestial pack. I mean, surely we're gonna check the tags. It's a holographic, not very good, but there's a photograph in the riffraff.
Oh,
that's one of the pieces needed. And honestly,
now with the smiley face
Balenos Bear is in a kind of a scary situation right now. Okay, Drunkard can get picked up over Lusty Joker here, potentially, since the Lusty Joker is going to die soon. Get some more mail and rebate value. But yeah, now Balenos Bear needs to find a way to actually score 9,000 points here, and I think it's going to involve some of the glass in his deck.
And I mean, we're full discarding flushes here, and it looks like you're exactly right. We're setting up for a possible playing a glass.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I'm glad a seed like this finally happened, because I feel like all day today and yesterday we've been seeing players get put on gold stake, and then it's just we're not even playing gold stake. You know what I mean?
We're just playing white stake.
We're just playing white stake. But here, so many of the jokers have been perishable. I mean, both rares were perishable. It genuinely brutal. So many rental jokers, so many bad Eternals, and just so few actually playable jokers. And now we're seeing some really tough decisions being forced here, and right now it's Bear being forced to play this glass.
I mean, just as quickly as it's not so great for Bear, it can completely turn around if we're able to find, you know, something to replace some of our Joker slots with. Something that Rarran might not be able to pick up with the Eternal Riffraff.
Yeah, 100%.
Playing both glass here.
Rerolling an additional time. There's a Burglar. Not too beneficial. I guess the Burglar is good here. It acts as a Drunkard, in the sense you get to see 5 cards deeper, because replacing 2 discards with 3 hands, that's 5 cards deeper when you're reliant on drawing the 4 of a kind. That's what you need to do. And Rarran,
we are not skipping for $18.
We might be skipping for $18. We are scared of beating these blinds. It is a very real concern.
I mean, I feel like we take Riffraff, right, for the value of the jokers it produces, and then we skip so many blinds. We're seeing like a third of the jokers that we would have seen from Riffraff.
Potentially. I think I don't know, $18 is a lot of dollars when you have $0. That's all I'm saying.
And a perishable non-eternal Riffraff for Bear. He could pick this up.
You could pick it up, but then what are you gonna sell? I guess you don't need the throwback. But you definitely need one of those 2 base mult jokers, unless you're going to rely on the glass here.
And I could be wrong, but I believe Photograph was it the hit for the... It was a hit before this.
I believe it was in the previous ante. I believe it was
so we are getting a new joker if we pick this up.
It's not going to be Photograph. If it was Photograph out of the Riffraff, that would be crazy. I think it's a very serious line that Barrett's considering. There's a lot of commons in the game. There's only one massive one that would bail us out. It would be the Photograph. But I mean, that would be a crazy gamble here.
And sells the Smiley. We are relying solely on our levels, most likely 4 of a kind. Bear gonna pick it up, skip, and not make room.
What?
Going into PvP, that feels crazy. If you're gonna lose a life, this is the place to do it.
I am a little bit confused by that. I don't quite understand. I understand the skip, maybe, if you think that you're not gonna beat the blind, or maybe you don't want to play glass, but I don't quite get it. I guess they think they need the Lusty Throwback to potentially win this PvP. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy that Throwback is actually being a relevant joker in this PvP. And I wonder I wonder what would have happened if one of these players just did not do the cola for the rare skip.
Yeah. I mean, right now, the skip's probably making Bear hold on to this throwback a little bit longer than they should. Obviously, we know that they are behind 1.5 to 2.25x, and if they're not going to use the now banned bean tech of checking the skip off, then they won't know how far they are behind on that.
Yeah, I mean, that tech is a little bit silly anyway, because I believe it's in the rules that we're forced the timer when we get to the PvP. Just to speed things along, and you can always tell what the skips are just based off of the timer.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, if you look at this PvP, it is going to come down to if Rarran draws the 4 of a kind we miss.
Oh,
that's not good. I mean, we do have the Raised Fist. We do have the Raised Fist and the Splash. Okay, wait, hold on. It's not completely over. Stone card with the Tower as well. You could consider making a Red Seal Stone instead of Red Seal Glass if you're gonna play into face cards with the Photograph. But yeah, probably not the play. Holding on to this Red Seal 3 is not that bad despite Raised Fist, because it is a Red Seal. It's going to give 6 molt twice. It does re-trigger Raised Fist, which is a very silly interaction.
Yes, but it will. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does trigger before. Well, I guess it's malt after, I believe, correct?
Okay, but Bear has a flush house here with 2 Glass Kings, strengthening the Queen and the 9. This is a bloody gold stake game.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely a little bit quicker tempo than we saw in the previous game, the white stake checkered deck.
Also, considering this line with the Red Seal 3 in front, and then the Photograph X-Mold as well, could be quite relevant. I don't think any of this is going to possibly win against the flush house, and Rarran is just going to decide, okay, I just need to play random hand here, sell for interest. And if I'm Rarran here, I'm actually terrified, right? Because I've taken such a risky line, and I see 100,000 come out of my opponent. I don't know that comes from utilizing a tarot card in the blind. Very inconsistent that we will actually draw a hand like that. Also, can we talk about how the glass cards this seed just have never broken? It's kind of crazy.
Breaks. It is, and very good for Bear, you know, being up so many of them. And also, if you're Rarran here, you're scared you might die to this blind. I mean, he's looking at the skip tags. We kind of need some sort of scoring here from the riffraff.
Let me tell you,
25,000's a lot.
This throwback's gonna be 3x by the end of the game. I'm calling it.
No, please no.
I'm calling it. It's gonna be 3x by the end of the game. Rarran's gonna double skip, and they're gonna find Photograph in the Chad in the riffraff with crazy 4 of a kind levels. It's gonna be the most cinema thing you've ever seen.
I mean, there is a juggle tag. +3 hand size could help you find that 4 of a kind.
Absolutely. I think Bear is seriously considering this supernova right now. This eternal supernova. I mean, they need to find solutions to get out of this blind, but if you're just gonna fill up your Joker slots anyway, I don't really understand the point of buying the riffraff. But I mean, we definitely don't want to die to the blinds.
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to get pretty steep now. 25,000. Bear was able to break 100, but that was with multiple glass. It's scary to have to play those to survive.
Absolutely. Maybe the answer is in the standard packs. There's not really much you're looking for at this point. Even a blue seal, it's kind of really difficult to utilize something like that at this point to win with a certain hand with the blue seal in hand, especially when it's hard to play the blinds in the first place.
Ooh, a gold seal there. is $9 every time we find it. That's pretty strong. But we decide to skip it. 57 cards in the deck. Maybe nervous about missing our glass cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Completely valid concern. And again, these packs just have absolutely nothing for us. We are just going to be relying on rebate for scoring in this next blind. Either that or we're going to double skip to PvP. I mean, that doesn't even seem like the worst line for Bear either. If you're going to be forced to play glass, might as well play it in PvP, right?
Exactly.
And Rarran takes the double skip.
And there you go. And we know that there is a death in this Arcana pack, but it's not taken. Possibility to get another glass, and now things are scary. 300 seconds on the timer.
Yeah. I mean, Bear needs to find a way to live this blind. This throwback's at 2.75. We have no way
you
of
said
knowing.
3x. We might get there. We might even get past it.
All right. All that needs to happen is Chad in the riffraff, and I see y'all. I am the psychic.
He has the seed.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I want to just point out this juggle tag is quite powerful for Rarran here. It's gonna let you draw that 4 of a kind. Bear in the small blind. Let's spectate some Crossy Road. Immediate death from Rarran.
Destroyed by the train. 140 is not bad, but I mean, immediate train death is brutal.
Yep. That is not you. I mean, you're already dying to the lines. You don't want to die to the train as well. That's tragic.
And I mean, getting up north of 100 makes these trains come by so much quicker.
Yeah,
just gotta be careful about those.
Crossing these roads, man, those semis, very scary, much bigger than your normal car, but they do move slower. This fun little crossy road mechanic. Those speedy little blue cars can get you a chicken run over by the car. Bear's forced to use glass in this big blind. It's not enough, and he dies. Oh my gosh, it's brutal. Meanwhile, Rarran running across the road, the 4-lane road. He checks both sides successfully, getting on the ice bridge. Patiently waiting, waits his turn, goes left, doesn't grab the coin. I can't believe it.
He doesn't need the coins.
Hangman in the Arcana, Hangman in the Arcana, but you could also death the Justice. What's more important here? Never mind, it's a choose 2. We're gonna get both.
The glass.
Rarran getting
on the lily pads, over the logs.
In this winter wonderland, going really fast. Banana
up to 90,
option, and Bear might be forced to skip, bro. Bear might be forced to skip. He died to that last blind.
Okay. Let's take a breather. Holy.
Oh my gosh.
That was some action there.
That was a lot. That was a lot. That was intense. That was very intense.
And we're gonna play.
Oh my gosh, Bear could just go down to 1 life here. Bear could just go down to 1 life here, and he needs to hit the perfect draw. High score. He needs to get the perfect draw here. I mean, Rarran went back because he wasn't sure. That car is completely cucking him.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, it's enough. It's enough.
Okay. Rarran gets the coin, goes across the triple train tracks. That is brutal. Oh my god, high score. Rarran does it. Holy, immediately run over by a train.
No,
oh my god.
51. Oh, just barely tops the last score.
Okay. Bear needs to get this glass draw. I don't think he makes it out of this blind if he doesn't get at least 3 or 2 glass. The Hangman and the Death in the earlier Arcana pack could help here.
I mean, we might even need a lucky hit before the glass to win. I believe we had 2 in our last hand and it wasn't enough. A full house? We have 1 hand. I mean, this is it. We might be down to 1 life here.
I think you actually have to go lucky first. Well, yeah, I don't think this is ever enough.
I mean, we're 2xing a 4 malt.
This is never enough. This is never going to be enough. And Bear dies to the blind. It could be all over right here, depending on what's in the riffraff and what's in the shop. Let's see. There's strength. There's a ramen.
A soul.
Oh my god! Wait. No way! It's Tribulate! What?
No way!
What? It's Tribulate! Right on the brink of everything!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
On
My
the
mic is
brink of
peaking.
death! On the brink of death!
Red seal in the
phrase!
What
Bear
is
phrase! I can't believe it.
And an ancient!
And an ancient Joker!
It's on clubs. It's on clubs. It's not as strong, but oh
still!
my gosh, we passed it. Don't need it.
And I mean,
gosh.
Bear knows that it was a double skip, and they're never gonna see this trib. That is crazy.
Oh my gosh!
Splash tech for the tribule. Oh my god.
Bring back Crossy Road. I can't do this.
What is this? Rarran almost getting away with the most devious line I have ever seen on Gold Stake. The throwback into quadruple skip. I mean, so many skips, almost getting away with it. But Bear works the black magic to pull the soul into the trib, which is the only Joker that saves him here. Oh my god.
Even more devious double die to the blinds to get comeback money, to roll deep enough, to get deep enough to find the tribule.
That's crazy. I'm surprised we didn't even pick up the ancient. Because I mean, yeah, it was a miss, but you can always skip on a hit potentially.
Yeah, it could have been taken over splash here unless we're trying to play, I don't know. I mean, what a game.
I mean, it's not over. It's not over. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, I mean, because what if? Okay, just stay with me here, Cole. Imagine.
Don't say this.
Imagine
don't do this to me.
Arcana skip into another soul, into trib. What is gonna happen then? I think we might actually explode. Okay, I'm just saying. It would be crazy. It would be crazy, but what if? But what if?
Listen.
Yeah, what's up?
There's no way.
Because like, I think there's no way Rarran's opening an Arcana pack and finding it, but maybe they'd skip for one.
Well, I mean, the queue does reset, I believe. So.
Yeah. No, the soul is not in the queue anymore. There would have to be a second soul.
I mean, and we have one hand here. We did not draw a flush house. Well, we do have a full house, but I don't know if that's better than Four of a Kind. I guess we'll see.
I mean, it's certainly better than what Rarran's putting up. I mean, the trib is a guaranteed ×2 across all our hands here. No retriggers for Rarran means this photograph is just going to be a ×2. It's a very solid 4 of a Kind, don't get me wrong, but last PvP, this only scored a couple 100,000.
I mean, what's going through Rarran's head? You're sitting there playing Crossy Road, you hear them die to the blinds twice. And then they put up this.
Literally die to the blinds twice, and then you see that. I mean, I'll tell you what, if that happened to me, my immediate thought is, okay, so they just got crazy comeback money and found an idol that I didn't find, or something that hit majorly. Honestly, if I'm in Rarran's position, I'm not even that worried about that. I'm like, okay, they got like the nuts idol hit. Whatever. I don't care. There's no way in this seed they're getting another nuts idol hit and the perfect draw, right? But it's a tribule.
It's always gonna hit.
It's a tribule. It's impossible to miss.
Oh my gosh. And we have the red seal as well to look for. I mean, we're getting out of the blinds easy. Rarran is not. Like, they might have to double skip again if they can't find some really good scoring.
Yeah, but these tags are terrible.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. They're actually terrible, but Rarran's just gonna die to the blinds if they don't double skip.
And somebody in chat said it. Rarran called this the Giga Seed, and he was right. Another Red Seal King in the pack.
Oh, that's so bad for Rarran.
And he might even think it's good. I guess he skips it. He's playing into Jax.
Yeah.
Doesn't want it.
And I mean, you just have to take the skips here because you know you're not beating the blinds. And everybody buckle your seatbelts because we're going to see some more Crossy Road gameplay as Bear makes it through these blinds.
And you were right, 3x on the throwback. 300 seconds on the timer.
All that needs to happen is the Chad, and then we still don't win anyway. Oh my god, the hipster whale?
Hipster whale Crossy Road. It's back. I don't know if it could be more intense than last time, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, at this point, Rarran is doing the Crossy Road walk of shame right now. I mean, he was doing the speedy Crossy Road of I'm cooking this guy with a throwback, get fucked. And now he's doing the Crossy Road of I'm gonna die, it's over.
And it's over. I mean, you could just see in the way that the chicken is hopping.
You can see it in his face, man. You can look at his face right now. He's, you know, before it was all smiles and, you know, smiles in the chat, smile. And now it's just locked in, and this is all we want to pay attention to is the Crossy Road gameplay.
As soon as we sold the smiley face, it all went downhill.
Yup. Wow, that was he like.
And I mean, those are the eyes of a man who's played too much Hearthstone. I'll just say it.
You know, those are the eyes of somebody who's experienced enough bullshit to know when it's time to
he's in the PvP and
towel.
he does not care. He is in the PvP right now. We are breaking 200.
Ended a little bit, you know, Bear took a little bit not as long as expected. You know, maybe Rarran was hoping that Bear would have to struggle a bit and make some hard decisions, but really nothing too difficult about running a trip.
I mean, forget the high score on Balatro. He's just focusing on the high score on Crossy Road.
Yeah. Cutting his losses, you know? He's recognized his time at the peak of Balatro is over. Now he's gotta go to the peak of Crossy Road.
Oh, I mean, all Rarran had to do was play tempo and hope that we don't find a Triple A, and unfortunately, Bear found it.
Yeah, there's the Trib. 5 of a kind here for Bear. Hierophant probably going to get dropped on this red seal and the spade. And yeah, it's just going to be over. I'm gonna put hopefully the glass card.
I mean,
first.
Give us a plus 20 hit for the fans.
For the fans.
Oh, putting it second. I mean, Rarran just knows it's over.
Yeah. What a crazy game this was. My goodness.
Hopefully we get to see his hand played. Okay. Fantasy players will rejoice that this gets played. There it is.
There it is.
I wonder what his reaction is going to be when he sees this. There's no way.
I mean...
Oh. He just said, oh.
Oh. I mean, that. What else are you going to say? I mean, there's just nothing you can do about it. There's just a Shrib in the Arcana pack. It's the only soul card that saves Bear, by the way. You need something with immediate value.
Yes.
You don't have time to hang face cards for Kaneo. You don't have time to discard for Yorick. You don't have time to generate consumables with Perkeo. You need specifically Tribulate. Or else it's over there. And yeah, GG.
They're talking
well
through
played.
the game though. Oh.
Absolute cinema, man.
That there was a soul. Oh.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
What a game.
That was a lot of fun.
And what a match. I mean, a 1-1 to start and then a game 3 like this.
Yeah. No, it was
wow.
It was crazy. And yeah, Bear takes this win. This is a win Bear really needed to have some security in the playoff standings. So
yeah,
definitely good for Bear to get this one.
Yeah, very good for the standings.
All right. Well, that is going to be all of the Major League Balatro for tonight. I hope everyone enjoyed the Bean Raffle game and now this game as well. I don't know if there was another game before that, but
I believe it was just the 2.
Okay, just the 2. See y'all around another time. Let's go on a raid. I think I'll raid Rarran if he's still going to be live after this. My guess is he probably will be. But wait, the raid message is going to be W Crossy Road PB. W Crossy Road PB.
Oh yeah. W Crossy Road PB. That's
right,
great.
Hold on. Literally just copy paste this. All right, that's the that's the raid message. I'll see y'all over there. Okay.